Now, today's topic, I'm going to be discussing why Pisces spaz out on Leo because they push too far. I'm going to break it down for y'all, but first, I want to put a disclaimer out that the information I'm about to give y'all may or may not apply, so just take what it does and feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell notification to be notified of my upcoming videos and content. And I want to thank everybody that have came and supported, and those of you that have sent super chats. I appreciate y'all, and I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there. Gang, you already know we in the building. Also want to give a shout out to all my 2-2s and my 3-3s and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s and my 7-7-7s. And shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. We're going to jump right in. Okay, so how's everybody doing? This video was requested from J Hood. Shout out to you, J Hood. I actually am very good at this, so the video that you requested, I'm gonna do it in this live. So hey, I hope you're able to attend us. But hey, if you're not, then you can watch it later. But yeah, with this Pisces versus Leo, you're dealing with the ego. See, but nobody wants to talk about it, and not many people talk about it much. Now, the thing about it is Leo's pride. Now, on the outside, on the surface, you will find that Leo, she could be very beautiful, have nice skin tone, and, everything could be fine and dandy, as she tends to take care of herself very well. She likes to be seen. She likes to dress up. She's the type of woman where you will catch her maybe having, a different wig or different hairstyle from the day to day on in. Now, that's just the small jits of it all, but you gotta understand a Leo's pride, and that is what the biggest problem is, because just imagine someone that is in the way, and you're like, yo, I gotta get you. Just know you gotta get past from, whatever. You could be in a venue, and hey, you know that you can't get from one place that you are in to the next because someone is standing in the way. Well, that's how Leo's pride is. It gets in the way, and it triggers Pisces every single time. See, because it's like, why can't you just be who you are and own how you feel? But no, with Leo, this is a very huge problem, and I'm gonna tell you why. And like I say, the thing about it, why it triggers us Pisces, is because we can't tolerate Leo's energy. See, especially for very long. Now, I want to say that Leos, it's not the fact that Leos are evil. I don't want to put that type of vibe out there. No, that's not what it is. It's the fact that their pride, see, their pride is strong, and a lot of times that leads to attention seeking and ego games. See, now those ego games, they hit Pisces in such a way, but it always ends up leading into a situation that moves the Pisces, rubs the Pisces the wrong way. See, it always goes left every time. Now, the problem here with Pisces is Pisces feels everything. Pisces moves quietly. Leo moves loud. That's the difference. See, now, understand that Leo performs everything. So it doesn't matter if it's on the smallest, if it's the smallest of whatever it may be, on a smaller scale, from a larger scale, they're going to perform it. Now, another thing is that when Pisces and Leo clash, like I say, you have the intuition versus the ego. And just know that someone always gets burned in the middle of this war. Now, if you're a Pisces, you already know what's up, okay? So you don't explode often when you are going up against a Leo, see? But then that's only when the Leo pushes too far. Then that's when all hell breaks loose. Now, when it comes to the next thing, is the fact that I'm gonna tell you the 60 reasons, okay? Especially J Hood, your question about Leos and I don't know if you were in a relationship with one, but hey, I want to tell you this, okay? So what you have to be very careful with Leo is that they need constant praise and attention. See? And that might be something that you cannot do. Just simply can't. It's not something that you can take lightly. It's not something that you could just run and stumble over and think that, oh, the Leo would just, maybe they'll just wisen up, or hey, they'll just snap out of the attention seeking type of activity or whatever it may be. And unfortunately, no. See? So these are the reasons that a Leo is going to trigger a Pisces. Because that constant needing of attention and praise, you needing a hand clap, Leo, for every little thing that you do, it's annoying. See? And then when you don't get the claps, then the dark side jumps out. See? Then the arrogance comes out. And then when it comes to the arrogance, it's more like a person that hasn't gotten their way. It's like, oh, now this person behaves in a more conceited way where, hey, they think they're the shit, or they think that, oh, only they have the best things to offer to life. And it's like, no, see. And another thing that triggers Pisces regarding Leo is their loud personality. Leos are loud. They speak loud. They talk loud. Just loud in general. Imagine someone that has loud music banging all day, except you hear Leo's voice. It definitely carries. Neighbors can hear a Leo speaking through the walls. And that ain't even you clapping the cheeks. It's just, you can just hear Leo. And it's like, damn, that person is loud as hell. And they can have a real, let's put it like this. The way that they laugh is super loud and intense, to where you will recognize, and it will draw your attention over to that, wherever the Leo is. It's like an outdoor voice that's used indoors. See, now that would definitely trigger a Pisces. Now, another thing is that when you are speaking, let's say you are in a let's say you're conversing with the Leo, okay? You guys are just having a conversation. But then all of a sudden, what was a conversation ends up turning into a full blown out dramatic just situation that's giving the Leo all the attention. They have become the center of attention within that topic of whatever you guys were discussing. The problem here, and what triggers Pisces regarding it, is Leo's tendency to talk over people. See, imagine someone trying to hog all the airtime, especially when you don't have much time to converse. It's like, yo, we are on a break, 15-minute break, and I wanted to tell you what happened over the weekend, or hey, you just know that the Leo will cut you off, talk over you. And they're just very prideful, and they don't give a damn. So like, if you start to, have the floor, they will try to finish your sentence for you and say, just to get you to be quiet so that they can talk and have the floor again. Now, another thing is the fact that they have traumatic, because they're very traumatic, okay? And they have the dramatic reactions, okay? It's like, it's like a person that thinks, okay, let's say there's something that really is going on versus somebody that's just hyping something up. And it's like, they're just so dramatic and making it sound like, oh my God, this is a big deal. And literally, it's not as bad as it sounds regarding a Leo telling it. It's like, yo, you made it seem like someone was actually hunting you down or hurting you. And when you get over there, or you really stick with the Leo, to find out that wasn't so. So they can really, really be dramatic to where it becomes annoying, to where it's like, why do you always have to beef up a situation that's not warranted? Why, you know, and it's like, you can feel the Leo sucking you into this, it's like an audience. It's like a seat where the audience would sit. It's like they're always trying to gather someone or a group of people together to pay them, you know, to pay them a mind, mate, to pay them any attention. It's like, why? This doesn't stop, guys. This doesn't stop. No matter what Leo you have, it doesn't stop. There's always a thirst for attention. Here's some things that Leo, they hate criticism, okay? So they're not the type of sign that can take a whole lot of, you know, Virgo type of vibes. So if you cut them down for something, you don't like something about them, and you bring it to their attention, best believe they can hate you for a very long time, see? Because they can really, the problem is they won't let it go. They'll keep bringing it up. You said this, you said that, but you said this about me. And they don't look at the mood. They don't look at, oh, what was going on that day or something that they may have done to cause it. Now, what this leads to is the Leo getting defensive very quickly. See, they get very defensive fast. So if you don't like something about them, let's say, you know, a Leo that's a barber, and maybe it's just something that they do to your hair that you don't like. But let's say you tell someone else that's a friend of the both of you, and you're like, hey, I don't really care for such and such, you know, haircuts because they use this smelly, you know, conditioner, whatever it may be. If you say something bad about the Leo, just out of your own opinion, literally they will hate you for it. And they will literally like stop talking to you. They may cut you off. And this will be what? This would be for a long time. It wouldn't be something that they'll just get over. Nope. See? Because a Leo, the weakness of a Leo is the fact that they can be very insecure. This is why they need all the constant attention on them. Now, another thing is they like to perform their emotions. See? So it's not about an expression. It's more about let's have a performance, and hey, let me show you how I feel. Except they want to do it on stage. See? Now, another thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because Leos have the need to absorb, and they have the need to absorb energy as well. The problem is they want all the energy on them. See? They don't, because literally what keeps everything going and flowing in their fixed fire, they just, all they care about is being lit. All they care about is, hey, what's going to make them shine? What's going to make them look good? What's going to make them pop? See? And then they have the influence. So as soon as they have a party, there's probably many people that's going to show up, see, to the party to watch the Leo. And mind you, they don't just have little regular parties. They don't give regular gifts, because some Leos can be very generous, but you got to be careful, because sometimes Leo doesn't give from the heart. Sometimes they give because they want something in return. They want a much bigger reward in return, a bigger gift from you. See? So you have to be very careful with Leo as a Pisces, both male or female, doesn't matter. You have to be very careful. Now, another thing is that Leos, they crave and want admiration from everyone. See, they want the most admiration and this is the thing. We never really get to talk about the limits of these things. It's like Leo wants all the attention on them, whether they're doing real bad or real good, doesn't matter. See, and the thing about it is you can stroke their ego very easily and win them over just by showing them attention. So this makes them get manipulated easier. Now, another thing is that, let's talk about the lion, okay? Now, when you look at the Leo, the symbolism of a Leo, you see the lion, right? Now, don't think for 1 second that there's going to be any honesty regarding a Leo. I'm going to just keep it 100 with y'all, because it's real recognized real, and it only gets realer from here. And I'm telling you right now, the Leo is a liar. Yes. And he or she, they tell good lies. They tell the type of lies that you don't even realize they're lying until you really hear and listen to the whole story, or what really happened. Excuse me, guys. You don't really notice it until you say, damn, they just lied to me about this. It's very hard to catch them in the lie is the problem. See? And the problem is that they don't care. So it's like if they lie, they felt like, they're not, put it like this, they're not even thinking like, oh, I shouldn't have lied, I feel bad for lying. No. The Leo, if it's what you gotta understand, whatever is going to make them look good. And you gotta understand, someone that performs on stage, you think they care about certain things of, hey, they're on stage performing. Who's to say how much of what they're doing is actually real or not? Or let's just say, do they really mean what they were doing on stage? Because you got to understand, at the end of the day, it's a performance. Now, with Leo, I'm going to tell you why they are liars. And you can't trust me. This is how Pisces gets hurt by Leo. Trusting them, see? Because Leo, I'm going to tell you, what do you think blocks them from being honest in the first place? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's their pride. Because listen, when it comes to pride, first off, it destroys selfish ones. See, it like if you're selfish, a lot of times having pride too, that's what destroys you. That's what brings you to your downfall. And it keeps you from being honest. Because listen, if you are worried about how you look in a sense, and you're like, yo, let's say you did something that you weren't supposed to do, but hey, instead of looking bad, you just go in there and lie just so, you don't get in trouble or you don't look bad. That's something a Leo would do. Even if you have all the proof that they're lying, a Leo would not admit it. Oh, you cheated on me, Leo. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. This is what happened. And they always change the narrative. See, every time however the situation happened, you let them tell it. They change the narrative. No, that wasn't what it was. No, because they were talking to me and they left. And then I didn't even hear from them. It's like, no, you were there. You lied. You're lying. And they don't want to own up or fess up. So you have to be careful as a Pisces, because you will get triggered by this. You will get so annoyed by them lying to you, and you know that they've done something wrong, and it's like they just don't have the honesty to just keep it real. Now, next thing is that with this pride with Leo, they would not admit that they're wrong. So you can forget about it. You can forget about it. So if they spit in your face, guess what? And they're not gonna say sorry. I'm sorry I done that to you. Especially if you didn't notice it. You might say, who did that? Who just done that to me? Leo, oh, it wasn't me. Oh, I don't know. Bro, you have to be very careful. Another thing too with the pride is that Leo blames others. So instead of her or him just saying, oh, keeping it real, nope, they're gonna blame such and such. Oh no, it wasn't me. You see, Tony was the one that had the barbecue, and I only had one plate. I didn't even get much of the barbecue. I didn't even eat all the barbecue. Tony ate it. And then it's like you looking at Tony, but really the Leo is the master of deflection. Did you know that? Yep. If you say, and let's say you got the facts. Here's the thing. The facts don't matter with Leo, because Leo is a fixed fire sign. They already had their mind made up that they're right when they're wrong, that they lied. It's like they're never gonna fess up and just tell you, oh, I lied, or hey, yeah, this wasn't what it was. So you have to always know that the facade was born with Leo. Because Leo, well, listen, we all look at entertainment and those of you that get up on stage to put on a performance. But you got to understand, what is the difference between a good performance and one that's not? Well, hey, do you think everything that person did on stage was the real deal? Do you really think that they felt like doing it? Was it really them? The moves that they did on the stage? Or were they someone else's? It's like you have to question everything with Leo, because they're not going to tell you like it is. Nope. See, they will always perform what they tell you. Remember this. They will always perform 24/7. So could you imagine a person that thinks they're on the stage constantly with every situation regarding anyone that they're connected to? This is why they think it's funny on the inside. See, it's almost like they're introvertedly cracking up because they're out here fooling people, lying to people. And to them, oh, I'm having fun. This is a performance for me. There's no fun in keeping it real and just telling it like it is. Oh, that's not fun. I can't make anyone laugh off of that. I can't tell that story to anyone. So they have to change the narrative. They always have to change the story of how they want the story to go and how it happened, not how it really happened. And that's what you got to watch, because you can't let Leo take the floor. See, you can't ask them that, oh, what happened here? And no, you have to just take it upon yourself and put the hammer, the nail in the coffin. Don't give Leo a chance to explain. You have to be done. Just off the mere fact that they're involved, you have to just be like, you know what, I'm done. I don't even give a damn what the Leo has to say regarding what happened, because they're not going to tell me. They're not going to tell you so anyway. They're not going to tell you what really happened. Because they love the spotlight. They love the spotlight too much. And this is the thing, they play the ego game, because once they're lying to you, the game is, oh, will you find out? Do you know? It's these little games, see? But that entertains the Leo, see? Because listen, they are considered the influencer. So they're always on TV. They're always in some type of drama, dilemma, some type of problem. And it could be relationship related, anything, because they don't tell it. I'm telling you, they know by them. Put it like this: the way that they behave, they know it's going to draw attention. See, that's why they love the spotlight. Now, another thing is they get jealous easy. Okay, so it doesn't take much for them to get jealous, especially when someone else gets a little shine. Oh yeah, even if you get a little, even if you're not getting as much attention as they are with their with their red weave, or hey, they might have a blue weave, blue wig, blonde. It doesn't matter. They always have these, they always keep themselves looking nice and dandy when they're in public, because they know, hey, they're going to treat themselves like a star. Okay, they're going to treat themselves like, oh, a celebrity. Even if and the funny thing is, even if they aren't really living that way. See, that's why I say they are the masters of the facade. Now, moving on. Okay, so another thing with Leo is the fact that they are very competitive with friends, and this is what keeps them jealous. See, very competitive. So this would be the type of friend that tries to one up you, or you get a job, you get anything new, a new situation in your life, new relationship. They always will come with another, with the same thing to try to one up you. Okay. Another thing with Leo is that they like to show off their success. See, so they love to, brag and tell you about how, they came into the job or a company and moved up, and they want you to know about it, every little detail. And it's crazy. That's the only time that they are honest, is when they are trying to brag about what they've just accomplished. See, it's like, damn, you honest for the wrong reason. You only tell the truth when it benefits you. See, because it keeps the spotlight on them. Another thing is that when it comes to when it comes to showing off, they also like to flex. Okay, they like to flex constantly. Okay, this doesn't stop. Doesn't matter. They can have a purse that they paid for, $200 for. Pair of shoes they paid $400 for. They're gonna wear those shoes. They're gonna talk about it. They're gonna make, like I said, they are great influencers. They're gonna promote that's what they do. They promote themselves. And it's, like I say, it's nerve-wracking because the ego is present, see, 24/7. Now, another thing is that Leo wants validation. They want you to like them. That is a weakness for them. That's what I said. It's hard. It's very difficult for them to stay faithful, because whoever gives them the most attention wins them over. Now, another thing is that they are sensitive to disrespect. They hate to be disrespected for whatever the disrespect may be for them. Whatever happened, if it was disrespectful, they're gonna hate it. See, another thing is they lie to protect their image. Never forget this. If they done something wrong, guess what? You're not gonna get the truth. So just hang it up. Just forget about it. You're not gonna get the truth. Because how they look in front of you, even if it's a no-name, even if it's someone that doesn't have any type of, motion, success, stories for themselves, they care about how they look in front of others. Another thing is that they like to exaggerate their stories. See, by keeping you hooked, it's like, they'll tell you something that happened, but then they add a little extra to it to make it sound a little more spicier. But it's like, did none of that stuff, that extra stuff, really happen? It was just to keep you basically glued to their story, in their face, continuously listening to them about that same story. Now, another thing is they like to hide their mistakes. So if they were to do something that, hey, was considered a mistake, guess what? They're not going to acknowledge it for a mistake in itself. Now, another thing is that the Leo likes to flirt for attention. She loves to have an entourage. She loves to be the leader of the pack. She loves to have a following, people that actually follow her around. And hey, for you and I may look at that and say, oh, that's like having some stooges that just follow you everywhere. But to a Leo, they have to feel like, oh, the king or the queen. Now, another thing is that they oftentimes will test your loyalty towards them to see, will you go out of your way to make them feel great or make them feel good, or just do little things such as favors. And a lot of times it's because they need reassurance. See, it's not so much of you being their friend. They want to see, why are you my friend? So they want to see you do, a couple backflips or run to the store, because a Leo could be very, very entitled, to where they would be the type of friend that'll say, hey, can you go to McDonald's and get me a number 2 with a Coke? And I want the fries to be well done. And just have you go through some bullshit just to prove your loyalty. Like, oh, but I just asked you to go to McDonald's and get me a number 2. And hey, I want it well done. And guess what? If those fries are cold, they will literally judge you and say, oh, you're not a good friend because I told you to go to the McDonald's and get me a meal and you brought back cold fries. It's bullshit, because could you imagine the type of friends that are like, yo, why are you mad at me? And they're like, they have no, they're spineless, and they just cave in right into the trap that the Leo set for them. And that is to kiss their ass. See, because it fuels their ego. See, it's entertainment for them, because they want to feel like they're actually calling the shots, that they're, hey, basically running the show. That goes back to the validation that they crave. Now, another thing is that they make over, they put it like this. When it comes to over promising, this is something they do. See, they do this very well. They over promise things. They say, oh yeah, if I'm a buy this for you, I'm gonna do this for you, when your birthday comes and get you this new whatever it was that you wanted, right? Problem is they might not carry it out. See, because listen, the only time that they're gonna fulfill any promises for themselves. Another thing is they have this pridefulness within a Leo is silence. Is in silence. Okay, so it's not always seen or heard of because this is their armor. So you're not gonna notice it right off the bat until it happens, and then it's like, yo, damn, it could be something just subtle where you pay for their meal. Or for instance, I'll share a story with you guys. As you guys know, my girlfriend is a Leo, and I remember we went to the gas station and she didn't have any gas, and she didn't tell me. And we're at the gas station, and I was wondering why she was yapping at the gas pump. She's just yapping along, and I'm like, are you gonna get gas, or are we gonna just sit here and just be talking at this pump? And literally, she said, oh man, damn it, like I get paid on Friday, and she was like, I'm not even gonna be able to get to work tomorrow. And I'm looking at her like, if you just don't ask me for a damn $10, it's gonna hurt you to ask me for a favor. Well, it's because I get paid on Friday though, but it's okay. I'll just wing it. And hey, I was looked at her like, the gas tank is on E. You ain't going nowhere. But she had too much pride to ask me for $10 as her boyfriend. She just had too much pride to say, hey, can I get $10 till I get my paycheck? She wanted to be like this, oh, I don't need nobody type of situation, to where you're about to run out of gas. So I'm not gonna sit here and be stranded because you had too much pride to say, hey, let me get 10. So what I did was I told her, I find it kind of manipulative for you to just hold back like that, because I can't just be left stranded. I got shit to do. And you sitting here beating around the bush like you don't know you need gas, and you do. And you're telling me this shit story about, oh, I get paid Friday. I said, you know what? I'm gonna bless you with $10. And I just went on and pumped the gas. And she was still talking. She was still trying to explain herself. She was still trying to say things like, yo, well, it's because my check didn't come. It's supposed to have been here already, but I get it on Friday. And I'm like, stop. Because you got to understand, the Leo, she's going to lie to you. Within her statement of her trying to explain herself to not look bad, she's going to lie to you and say she was supposed, I was supposed to get paid today, but it didn't come. So it's their fault, because she gets into the blaming. She changes the narrative. Oh, because, I told the freaking scheduler that, hey, and it's like, they'll have you all sucked into the drama. They're very dramatic. So they have to create a story out of what happened, even though it wasn't that deep. See, so that's what you got to know with Leo, because they love to talk. They love to yap. See, problem is, most of the things they yap about has a lot of filler. See, and hardly any truth in it. So this is why you can get annoyed and triggered as a Pisces listening to them, because it's almost like, what are we talking about? None of this stuff really matters, doesn't make sense. Like, and you really, when you start to try to speak, that person will try to talk over you. See, now you're sitting there yelling and let me finish. And it's like, now it's just a mess. It's better that you probably, you've probably been better off just not even saying anything altogether. That's just how bad it could get. Now, another thing is that Leos have a hot temper, okay? No matter how happy they appear, hey, they may seem unbothered by such things. Shit, when it comes to that temper, They're very hot-headed. See, so they could just, snap on you if you did something that made them feel, feel low, or hey, you did something in front of someone, made them feel embarrassed. They can definitely snap on you. See, and their voice could get very, very loud to where you will become embarrassed just by them talking. You will want them to just be quiet, like, and they won't stop. And see, another thing is, in regards to this, they could be very passive aggressive. See, so if they are angry, especially if you question them about something that they were lying about, they could become passive aggressive back, to where they're still angry, but they're not really showing you the emotion. They're putting on a performance about it. So they might start to bring up what you said, and then they're trying to start like a little fight, or hey, trying to make you feel annoyed by the whole situation. And like I say, this is done on purpose to piss you off. See, because you got to understand that she or he can be very playful and just, nitpicky, tease you, and, they could go too far, because they, at the same time, they're trying to entertain themselves, trying to make themselves look like an old, big, badass, tough guy, or tough, if it's a female, she might just want to look tough in front of you. Maybe there's an audience, maybe it's you and your friends or something. She's going to be sitting there trying to clown you in front of those friends because she's still mad about what happened earlier when you embarrassed her with those particular questions. It had her basically trying to protect her self-image in front of whoever was watching. Even if she doesn't know them, it doesn't matter. See, another thing with Leo is they have they are conceited. See, when this person's conceited, they're obsessed with how they look, especially in public. So they basically have they become obsessed with it. Okay. And this is beyond just this is beyond the, what's the word I'm looking for? They could get, just so obsessed with their image. And it's not even like a possessive thing. It's like they just are so hell-bent on how they appear to others. Now, this also leads to the narcissist type of behaviors. And it could be a little Machiavellian, tactics in there as well, because the Leo not only can be selfish, but then he or she can have the need for control. See, and this is why she's, her voice this is why she's loud or he or she is loud in the first place, because they want to control you. See, now, another thing is that whenever a Leo gets embarrassed, doesn't matter if a male or female, they will ghost you. See, so they will leave. They'll find an excuse to leave, to get, hey, got the kids, I gotta go, only because they're embarrassed. Another thing is that the Leo, male or female, they can take things too personal. See, they could take things too personal to where, damn, I didn't even mean it like that. Damn, I just asked how your day was. And then a Leo can get upset with you. What do you mean how my day was? My day was great. What? I was supposed to have a bad day or something? And they could get real snappy like that, to where it's like you didn't even mean it like that. But then it makes you feel at a distance, because a Leo is taking everything that you're saying to them in the wrong way. But this is done to control you. See, because it makes you want to back up, or back down, or to just let them have the floor, where you basically are trying to avoid conflict. But that's the thing, you don't want to think that way, because you got to know what the Leo, male or female, is actually doing, okay, when they do it. Now, another thing is that they also won't open up emotionally. So in relationships, be very careful, because you could be with a Leo. Listen, one of the Leo, put it like this, my goddamn, my Leo ex-wife would never tell me how she felt emotionally. Never. Out of the 5 years of being married to the first Leo woman, she never told me how she emotionally felt. Never. And you want to know what's crazy? I was totally oblivious to what the pride. You know, when they say Leo's pride is like, man, it's like the damn Zelda's shield. It's like, it's so strong to where you will be like, damn, you really closed off to me because you really don't want to look weak. You don't want to look, oh, like you ain't got it all together, or, you know. And that's the thing with the image, is the Leo, he or she, they just don't want you knowing how they really feel. That's why I said the facade is activated, is born with Leo. See, so she could fake, she could pretend and perform and act like, oh, you're the best man for her. Oh, you know, she's so happy in the relationship, in the marriage, everything's great. And guess what? That could be a lie. Forget about being sarcastic. With Leo, just faking it, just putting the facade out, just putting the facade that everything is all good, and it's not. And literally, I had no idea in my situation. I had no idea that she felt that way. And every time I asked her, yo, you good? You good? Because I, you know, as the intuition, and just so you know, the intuition is more powerful than the ego. So I knew something was off. I knew something was wrong with my my ex-wife, that I was like, yo, we good? We good? You good, Mud? Like, you know, and she would be like, yeah, everything's good. Yeah, I'm fine. And she wasn't fine, you guys. This is evil, because she doesn't want you to know how she feels. Because then that's gonna give you the dead giveaway of, oh, she's hurt, or hey, but did you know it's one thing? She could say that everything's good when it's not, because she knows she wants attention. See? And Leos will do the most. Listen, you ever watch, remember the show Girls Gone Wild? And when it comes to, put it like this, a Leo will, listen, if you don't have, and it's not your fault, because the type of attention that a Leo craves is something that not only one person can give them. You will burn yourself out. You don't have enough energy to give her every damn ounce of attention that she craves. So what she will do is she will find it in others. This means that, hey, she'll go cheat on you with 5 men, not just one. She'll go cheat on you with 5 other females. She will have a poly super, she'll have a train ran on her. And listen, you will never see it coming, because she's never going to show you what she's really into, what she's really like, because I told you, she's going to draw the facade. She's going to put the facade out there that, hey, I'm a goody two shoes, and hey, you know, hey, I'm a businesswoman. She may even dress like a businesswoman. She may dress conservative. She may wear suits and, you know, just cordial type of gear, but then you never see her in bra and panties. You never see her in her whole outfits, because it's what you can't see. See, you don't see her, you don't even think she's interested in those type of things, because she never tells you. She's sneaky. This is how she cheats on you, because you go off of, oh, my wife doesn't dress like, we never see her in anything provocative. Yeah, she's always, you know, clothing. Yeah, she doesn't do those type of things. You really? You really think that? Because listen, she could have an arsenal of just all kinds of jungle gems and all kinds of freak offs at these jungle gems that you have absolutely no. Listen, she can have a bucket list of just all these type of communities that she's a part of, and you have absolutely no idea that she ever joined. She could be in all kind of little sex community groups, swinging and everything. You have no idea. See? And you're like, damn, what a shit show. Why she never told me these things? See? In her mind, the pride. I don't have to tell you what everything that I like to do. That's a problem. If you marry someone, you do have to tell them. What do you mean? So the compromising and all that doesn't matter, because listen, pride leads to what? Narcissism. What they can do, you can't do it. See? So this person tries to what? Overrule and dominate you. See? You got to be careful with, I'm telling you, man, like they have the sneaky way to get to the boss level, to get to being your boss, having their foot on your neck. See? They don't do it just coming through the front door. They do it coming through the back door. See? They surprise you with it. Remember, they're putting on a show. They have to keep the spotlight. They have to keep the light on them at all times, not you for not even a second. See, even if, let's say you draw attention to yourself, even if you are getting some of the light shown up on you, guess what? They'll get jealous. And they'll cheat just to prove that, oh, I'm desirable, and hey, these men or these women out here want me. Just to prove a point, just to be competitive, just to one up you, to have what? The leverage, just to feel in control, just to feel entitled. See, the things that she does, she wouldn't accept it from you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a true story. And if my ex-wife is watching this, I don't give a shit if you get mad. I don't give a shit if you get embarrassed. Hey, you should have never let me catch you doing it. Did you know? I'm gonna tell y'all now. Y'all gonna laugh, and this is like I said. I put the disclaimer out because I know you probably don't want to hear this. But what one time, okay, I walk in the living room. She's not even paying me no mind. I'm literally watching her, and you know what she was doing on the couch? She was scratching her ass and smelling her fingers, and kept doing it over and over. And I said, dude, you're a fucking nasty ass. I can't say all those words, but I was like, you's a nasty ass mother effer. And I was like, you're sitting here trying to cook breakfast, and I don't want you cooking no breakfast for me. You're scratching your freaking behind and you're smelling it. Like, come on, dude. Like, and she had a good job and everything, but she was just nasty. And that's what I'm saying with Leos. You gotta be careful, because some of them can be nasty. They can be, hoarders. They can, not clean up their houses, not clean up behind themselves, but they only care about when they walk out that door. See, all they care about is public image. They worship it. They don't give a damn about you, who's watching, who's looking, who cares. All they care about is who's in the mirror. And a lot of them have mirrors. A lot of them, especially the females, they got the mirrors on their nails. Very conceited, very self worthy, to where that's all they care about is the ego. See? And always remember why they care about the ego is because it basically keeps the focus off of them and onto their ego, see, of who they wish they were. Now, they will always show you who they think they are. That's cold-blooded. Most Leos, what you see is not the real them. Now, another thing, they try to use charm to distract others, see? So they'll use it as a distraction. That's why if you ever see a nice Leo and they're all friendly and all lovey-dovey with you, flirting with you, don't fall for it. Because they'll use that as a distraction. Maybe it's something they don't want you to notice about them, and they'll throw you off, see? Now, another thing is they crave compliments. They love people to say, they love claps. Oh, good job, such and such. You showed up to work on time for a whole month. Good job. They love little awards, you're putting their name on little certificates, whatever, any type of gift, they'll take it. Problem is, when it's your birthday, you might not get shit. That shows you how they get down. All they care about is them, not you. See? And it's very sad, because you could really go out your way to really buy a Leo something, and they could be very ungrateful. Like one of the Leo that my ex-wife, in other words, it was the holidays, and she went out and bought, like, my family all kind of shit, right? But then she didn't get back the same amount of money what she bought my family, and she was pissed. And then she said, well, I'm not buying, next year I'm not dealing with your family. She was like, I'm not dealing with your family. I'm not buying them shit because every time they get me stuff, they always get me some cheap shit. And I said, dude, it's not about that. I said, they at least bought you something, but hey, who told you to go spend 300 to 400 on everyone? No one said to do that. You did that. See? So you can't get mad at them because they didn't, hey, they basically gave you what was in their budget. You were just trying to show off. See? And Leo would do that. They'll spend a damn bag on you and then complain about it later. See? Because they really didn't have it. But they'll say, oh, I bought you this and you didn't get me anything. Or you didn't get me anything that was worth the value of what I spent on you. See? Another thing too, the Leo, female or male, they brag about the things they do for others. So if they bought your kid or, hey, bought your niece or your nephew some new shoes and a shirt, they're going to brag about it. And they're going to make it seem like, oh, you didn't have it for your own child. Like, what? Just arrogant, man. They just do stuff where, oh, I had to buy my nephew some shoes because his mother didn't take him to go get new shoes. And it's like, damn, man, you just let him. Why do you try to show off so much? It doesn't matter, So another thing is they need to they get bored fast, okay? And this is why they get along and they're more compatible with Sagittarius. Another thing is that when it comes to you, Pisces, why you have to be careful with Leo? Because Leo will burn you out. That's the first thing. And why is because they will drain your empath energy. Yes. Because listen, the thing about it is, it's not about keeping it real with Leo in the first place. Because they don't give a damn about that for themselves. So why would they receive that from you? Now, another thing is when you are in the empath mode, they're not appreciative of what you're doing. They don't give a damn, that you're trying to make sure they're okay. That they don't even care about that for themselves if they're okay. They just care about how they look in front of others. Hey, putting on a show. They just need an audience. Another thing is they make everything about them. Everything. Another thing is they talk louder than they listen. So what this means is that they could tell you a situation or a story about them, but guess what? When it's your turn to talk, they ain't even listening to you. See, they get so consumed in what they're doing that you could tell them, hey, I got a new bike and hey, I got it on sale for $200. And guess what? After you're done talking, they're right back on what they were talking about. It's like they're not even listening to you when you speak. It's almost like you're just there to listen to them only. And if you share something, they don't have no feedback, no adding on to it, saying that's messed up, nothing. So when you're a Pisces and you share things with the Leo and you expect to get, a feedback or, hey, an opinion or what you think, they ain't got nothing for you. See? Because all they care about is what they got going on. I know it sounds like effed up, but it's just the way it is. Another thing is Leos, they care more about pride than the truth. It's cold-blooded. They care more about their pride than the damn truth. See? And why? Because they want to hide their vulnerability. No one never knows how strong or weak a Leo is. See? Like you would never see, put it like this, it's very difficult to see a wounded lion. They don't want you to know, that, hey, they've been attacked or, hey, they've been wounded by something or some way, somehow. Nope. See, this is why the person that pampers themselves, that tries to put on makeup, they're always hiding themselves. See, what we see is the makeup. We see the facade. We see the version of them that they haven't We see the version of them that they want us to buy into. They want to sell us that image. But unfortunately, that's not them. See, that's not the real them. So that's how when with Leo, you have to look at the person before the makeup gets put on. See, now another thing is that the problem with, you can't even use sympathy with Leo. You can't. You'll burn yourself out, because when you try to sympathize with them, oh, you're going to do yourself a disservice. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because the Leo can manipulate that. They can manipulate sympathy. It's cold-blooded. See, the sympathy ends up turning into gift giving. It turns into the very thing that the Leo wants you to do. Okay, if you're going to be nice and hey, you're going to care about how I feel and hey, you're going to end up showing me support, then hey, why not? Let's go to the mall. They manipulate the situation, and then they end up, oh, let's get coffee and let's go somewhere. And all of a sudden, now they got you buying them stuff. See, now they got you picking out a car, picking out an outfit, and hey, buying their nephew something for his birthday because they're yapping. And then they end up, oh, girl, you want to go out and do something? And then all of a sudden they lure you to that place that you had no intentions on going to. See? You got to be careful. Now, another thing is they are very, they use now, when they are traumatic, okay? When they're traumatic, they use it as an exit, okay? So you know how with Pisces, and when they want to escape a situation, they use it as an exit. But on the contrary, when it comes to Leo, they use the whole being traumatic. They use that as an exit. So whenever they do this, you gotta understand they might just be trying to leave the conversation. They might be trying to leave you. See? So the more they know that, oh, especially when they see that you don't like it, they damn sure will do this, okay? Another thing is they test Pisces' patience all the time. They really want to see what makes you pop, what makes you tick, what pisses you off, the very things you don't like. And it's because you're hard to read, Pisces. Even with Leo, they have a hard time reading you. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because the illusion. Oh, don't even get started with that illusion. Don't even get started with the illusion. And remember I said, an illusion always outweighs what? A facade. Now I got some bonus content at the end of this live, breaking it down. Okay. Now, another thing is, okay, so when it comes to the patience of a Pisces, you're going to always be tested by a Leo in regards to it. A Leo, they will always trigger your intuition, Pisces. See, always. You will always feel like something's going on. You will always feel like they're lying about something because they are a lion. See that? That's the thing about the lion, is that you have to look at the word and apply it in a different way. See, because that's what you're dealing with. And see, when someone lies to you, they become undetectable to you. Because then you start to look at them as what? Being the chosen one. But unfortunately, you're very wrong, because now while you're looking at them as being innocent, this is how they get over on you. You know, you're like, damn, they're not even playing fair. No, they won't. See? So pride also blocks growth. That's why you have a lot of Leos that are very childish. They get up, they still partying, they in their late 40s. They still twerking, they still turning up and doing, clubs and strip clubs and all the stuff that you did when you were probably what, 21? They're in their 40s and 50s, still wilding out, still partying, still doing all that. And it's like, why? Because of the attention that they get from it. See? Now, that's something that they will always see constantly. So don't get surprised if you see your 50-year-old grandma that's Leo. She's always going to the twerk fest And you like, grandma, you need to sit down. There's cobwebs down there, grandma. For Christ's sakes, what are you trying to go pop it, lock it, drop it, and do all that for? But hey, they still gonna get their boogie on. They still gonna want to go because of the attention. See? Now, another thing is they avoid accountability. Good luck with trying to get a Leo to fess up about something. They're not gonna do it. Nope. Another thing, they play the whole I'm perfect image. That's why I said it's more, when we look at the narcissist, this came from a Leo. See? Leo birthed the whole damn narcissist. That's just my opinion, okay? When you meet a Leo, you will see the narcissism within their behavior, just the way they carry themselves. All they see is themselves, not you. Both of you go to a venue, both of you go to a party. You don't matter. It's the attention that you bring that keeps you even with that Leo. See? I'm telling you. Now, another thing is they don't say real feelings. They will never share their real feelings with you. See? And why? Because they like to play emotional games. Yep. And another thing you got to know is that Leos will always try to what? Overpower you, Pisces. See? So you have to not show them that soft side, man. The empathy is not needed here. Forget about that. You're dealing with a masculine, you're dealing with a fire sign, a fixed one. See? So you can't go soft with the Leo. You can't go baby, but and just lovey-dovey and just trying to show her just how sweet and so. No, you can't do that with Leo, because Leo sees that as weakness. You gotta understand that they won't do the same thing. They won't even meet you halfway. They won't be fair. Nope. And here's the thing. We have to ask ourselves this one question. Why do Leos lie? See? Why do they lie? You could maybe say, why do they lie sometimes? Now, it's not for deception, okay? It's not that they're going to gain some sort of profit behind them being deceptive, right? Now, the one word that just sums it up of why they lie sometimes, and it's simply because of their pride. Because listen, if a Leo doesn't want to tell you something, guess what? They don't feel they have to. Even if it's in regards to the truth. It's cold-blooded. And you see how non-traditional that is. You may say to yourself, damn, how can someone just hold the truth and just tell a lie? The problem is a Leo that doesn't feel they have to tell you the truth, especially if they don't want to. It's cold-blooded. Even if they hurt you, they don't care. They won't care. They won't tell you what really happened. Remember, the only way for you to catch a Leo doing something wrong is by holding the camera. Yeah, because the very thing that is shown on the stage shows what they're actually doing. So in the middle of their performance, you whip out a phone and you record. That's the only way you catch a Leo doing something wrong. And it's for you to know, not for them. It's not for them to be reminded of it, because they're not going to tell you that even happened. They will always juke out and try to use deflection and say that you're doing it. Oh, you thinking I'm cheating because you're cheating. Oh, I'm on stage. I'm running the show here. See? Everything that you say to them is what? Considered nonsense to them. See? So why even go there in trying to get an understanding, because it's not going to be shared fairly with you. They're not going to compromise. Hell, not even the attachments of your marriage will make them, be honest to you or truthful. Now, another thing is they lie to protect their image, as we stated. They lie to avoid looking weak. They lie to avoid embarrassment. They lie to avoid criticism, and they lie to keep what? The leader status. It's cold-blooded. See? They want to run the show. And they're willing to do anything to get to the stage. See? Anything that's going to make them look good. They care about that. So, when we look at why Leos lie sometimes, it's because the Leo's motive is what? Don't let me look small. See? Don't let me look small. And they might have that t-shirt already. They may have already bought a t-shirt that has that shit on there. Don't make me look small, man. See? Because then you got to understand, with their hot temper, everything that I just mentioned, it gets heated up and it's on 10. So if they're already a liar, could you only imagine what that manifests into? The damn king of the jungle, the lion. And that's what the symbolism of the lion, what it represents for Leo, is pride. And all you get to see is the lion. No. See? No, what you're really dealing with is just straight out the arse, straight up just the full force pride itself. That's it. And that's what the ego is. It's nothing, it's pride. Now, unfortunately, it kills selfish people. See, that's a detriment. Now, how does the pride show up with the Leo? Is the fact that they won't apologize first. Nope. Even if they were the ones that caused it, even if they did it, even if they're the one that threw the first blow, nope, they're not going to apologize first. They're going to deflect the blame. So if you say, oh, you did this to me and you lied to me, guess what? They're going to use deflection. And that's their only go-to. They're being traumatic, using it as a distraction. So that's having one weapon in one hand, and the other weapon that they come with is deflection. See, by avoiding accountability. It's if you blame them, they're going to blame you. Everything you say about them, they're going to say, oh, this is what you're doing to me. Oh, and then they'll say things like, oh, I got it figured out already. You're the one that's cheating. And you're like, dude, stop. See, and it's like you get burnt out trying to get your point across when it doesn't matter to them. That's why I said don't sit there and waste energy and waste time trying to prove anything to Leo, because they're narcissists. They're narcissistic. You can't get to their mind and try to change their reasoning with or upon things. It's just simply, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. They won't budge. They won't change. And here's the thing. They brag after small wins. So it's like, damn, they could get something small and they're going to, man, I'm talking about magnify that one little small thing and make it seem like, oh, like it was the best. And it might make it seem like it was just a huge speech. Or, hey, it might just been, hey, you got the some type of you won $5 on the lottery ticket, and then they're gonna emphasize and just blow that whole $5 win, put it all on Facebook and everything. That's how Leos, I'm telling you, they exaggerate the story, make it a little more spicier, a little more entertaining to someone else's ears, and then it's like everybody's like, yo, I heard you won $5 on that lottery. Yeah, man, I told you I got that like that pool, man. Like every time I buy a lottery ticket, I win. And it's like, even if those $5 adds up, and it's like, dude, it's $5, man. Shut up. And they just wanna have everybody's attention on them for every little stupid thing that they win, or hey, doesn't matter. It's just like, oh, whatever makes them look good, that's what they care about. Another thing is they hide their failures. So this also applies to the narcissist, because when they fail, they don't let anyone know of it. See, hell, you don't even think it ever would happen to them because they don't share it. So yeah, if they fell down the stairs, no one's going to know about it. See, and then it's so crazy. You can hear them make a mistake. You can hear them fall down a flight of stairs. And as soon as you go and check on them, the Leo is like, oh, Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, I just, I ended up losing my boot. Hey, I ended up falling, but hey, I just wanted to see if I would get back up. It's like, dude, why are you so arrogant? It's just little stuff like that to where they don't never want you to know they're hurt, or hey, you made a mistake, or hey, like if they went to a bank and their check bounced, they'll lie and say, oh, it's the bank's fault. Well, it said I had $25 in there. Well, it said I had 2,500 in there. Well, it's your guys' fault. Then you guys need to upgrade your damn system or what. It's like, damn, dude, the check just bounced. Your ass didn't have the cash in there. They don't want to admit it. See, and that's what I'm saying. It's annoying. Another thing is that they will try to prove. They'll post things online to try to prove their worth. So a Leo could be the type of person that likes to put on, they just bought a brand new car, and the car could be like a damn 2013, and they're gonna soup it up. They're gonna put the big huge rims on there and try to make it look like it's actually a big deal of a purchase. So this is not the type of sign to keep things, humble, keep it to themselves. They like to show everything. They're very showy. They get something they want to, they're going to post it on Facebook, post it Snapchat. They're going to post it on Instagram, make a TikTok with it. Brag. They just love to brag. This is what they live for. Now, another thing is that they will give you the silent treatment. Like I say, this ties with control. If they're not, if they don't feel that they have access, or hey, if they feel like they're let's say you're getting all the light, you're getting all the attention more than them, they give you the silent treatment to reestablish and regain the control. Another thing is they act cold when they're hurt. See, so that way you don't notice, and it basically keeps you at bay from even knowing like, what actually hurts them in the first place. Because for the most part, they'll try to act chill, like nothing bothers them. It's like you might think that they're calm, chill person, but trust me, until you might hear them yelling at their kids, it's like, oh, you didn't cuss your kids out. I thought you was a nice person. After all, now you notice that they're hiding something, and that's when you begin to question things. Now, when it comes to the Pisces and Leo couple, both good or bad, the good thing about the relationship between a Pisces and a Leo is the passion, okay? So what this looks like is that you might have good sex with the Leo, and like I say, very passionate. So this is the type of passion what we're referring to that doesn't get old. It's like, yeah, you might do it 50 times a week. It just is what it is. That's just how the passion flows. Another good thing is the whole romance behind the situation is very, it's actually there, it's present, because as I mentioned, you both will have the rose petals, have the hot tub or the sauna, and just have that little romantic time together with you and the Leo. The loyalty is there, as the Leo will actually stay loyal to the Pisces until she gets into one of those traumatic or insecure moments. There could be protection between the two of you, chemistry and fun energy between a Pisces male, female, or Leo male, female. Now the problems, okay? The problems is that Leos are oftentimes too loud. Pisces is too quiet. See, so that's going to cause a bumping of heads. Another thing is that the Leos, they need attention, and Pisces needs peace. So that alone could be a clash. So could you imagine when Pisces says, oh, it's too loud, can you turn that radio down, or hey, and then the Leo won't go to bed because they haven't had enough attention from their Pisces for the day. See, because and listen, that could just be you giving your Leo girlfriend massage, or just stroking her ego it could be for 20 damn minutes, and then she'll finally want to go to sleep. Because you gotta look at the Leo like a cat. See, it's like they don't want to be bothered when you come, when you want to be around them, or hey, spend time with them. It's all got to be on their terms. So it's like the cat wants to come and sit on your lap when you don't want to be bothered. See, and that's what you run into when you're a Pisces dealing with the Leo. they always pick the wrong time. Because a Leo could actually meet you, like you could literally be sitting in the bathroom taking a shit, and all of a sudden she'll start turning on the lovey-dovey romantic songs, and then she'll be in like bra and panties and trying to look all seductive in the little fishnets, and literally like walk in the bathroom while you're taking a dump and be like, come here, babe, come on, let's go to the bedroom. And she won't even give a damn that you're in there taking a dump. She literally is almost like the stuff that will be off-putting to a woman. Leo is like, has a huge, like, they don't give a damn, like, to where they're not bothered by like smells or anything. They'll just be like all lovey-dovey with you while you're playing the game, or while you're like watching the game, or just at those moments where you're like, it's not time, this is not the right setting for this. Like, can you stop? And then that can make a Leo get pissed, like, well, damn, every time I try to show you love, you're always you're always trying to cut me off or cut me down or put me out or stop me, or it's just like that create an argument instantly. Now, another thing is that going back to a Leo's ego, that could get in the way because of a Pisces empathy, because the ego doesn't want the empathy. They are enemies. So it's like, oh, when you're trying to empathize, she's going to get annoyed by you. And you might think she wants that because she's a woman. Nope. She doesn't want you to be soft. Nope. And I'm going to tell you the type of men that she goes for. She goes for the ones that like to, basically, I can't say all the little words, but like try to keep it less explicit. But she goes for the guys that are more rough. See, the guys that's like, they're really got their hands on and, smacking their, their buttocks or whatever, doing this stuff like that. They like to be, they like to feel like they're around someone that's rough around the edges. So not so much in a negative way or an abuse way. No, it's just like she just doesn't respect softness. So that's because of her ego. See, her ego, because listen, she doesn't want to feel vulnerable for any given reason. With the vulnerability is going to make her have to be truthful, and she wants to avoid that at all costs. Even if it's a male Leo, he's going to avoid that. He doesn't want to be opened up emotionally, see, because that's going to require the truth, and they don't want that, see. So another thing is Leo's pride. It blocks communication. See, that's why I said the pride is done on purpose, is done intentionally. That's why I said it could be related to the Machiavellian tactics. It could be used as a skill. It could be used as a strategy. And see, Leos, they know what they're doing when they're doing it. And they know that you can't question them when they're prideful. It's cold-blooded. When they're prideful, you can't get through to them because it cuts off the communication. Anybody that has, it doesn't have to be a Leo, anybody that's prideful, is very hard and difficult to talk to them, period, about anything. It's like talking to a brick wall. It's not going to budge. It's not going to move. It's not flexible. Nope. It just is what it is. It's fixed. Another thing is that Pisces withdraws instead of what? Confronting a Leo, because they don't want to get burnt out. They've already done that already. They realize that it doesn't work, that they're wasting their time. Now, the ending result of this is that of why the relationship doesn't last long, because of the exhaustion. Pisces doesn't have any more energy to continue because the empathy. That's what keeps them at peace, keeps the Pisces at peace. Once the Leo shows that, hey, I don't want your empathy, you can keep that soft shit because I'm not opening up to you, and I'm not gonna. I don't want to be honest with you. See, I just want to have a good time. That exhaustion leads to what? Long-term missing of boundaries. Cold-blooded. See, she robs you of your intuition. Oh my God. Because of the empathy. You cutting off the empathy and letting her ego run the show, guess what it does to your intuition? Crushes it. So now she's cheating on you and you have absolutely no idea. She's running circles around you. She might be cheating with your best friend, your dad, your uncle. Oh, she doesn't give a damn. She doesn't give a damn if it's with your dad. No. Because it's all entertainment. It's for entertainment purposes only. It doesn't matter about, the traditions of what you should do, the right thing to do. She doesn't give a shit about none of that. Nope. And you will never, and listen, in the minute you do find your dad tiptoeing to the bathroom half naked and just left the room where your Leo girl is, you could catch her I'm talking about mid-roll, and catch her. You're sleeping with my dad. No, it's because you're sleeping with your dad. You're actually, I know what it is. You want to sleep with my dad. Okay. I'm not doing a damn thing. See, your dad was in here and then he just left my room. You think you're sick? You really think that I would sleep with your dad? Like, come on, dude, you're crazy. You're a nutcase. She'll do this stuff and she'll gaslight you and make you feel like you're just totally stupid and just crazy man. And then all of a sudden you walk away and now the traumaticness that she kicked up was used to distract you from knowing what really happened. It's cold-blooded. Because when you are onto her and catching her doing something wrong, she always mentions a dramatic story to distract you with. See? So I'm going to tell you how it looks. You catch your dad and leaving tiptoeing to the bathroom half naked. You look at her and say, yo, what are y'all in here doing? She'll say, no, nothing's. I'm going to tell you what they're doing. They're stealing my packages from my freaking office. And I'm going to catch those mother effers. And you're sitting there like, who's stealing what packages? See how she used the traumatic story to exit that whole conversation about her sleeping with your dad. Now she's just being traumatic about, people are stealing her packages from her office mailbox. And then, when I catch those mother effers, I'm going to put a dead bird inside of the package, and then they're going to open up, they're going to see that I'm not playing around here. It's like, bro, stop it. You're not funny. Stop it. You have to know when she does this, and she always has these exaggerated stories in her arsenal, man, that get you hooked, and you're sitting there listening to that bull crap, and you start getting stressed for nothing. It's all entertainment to her, bro. She's playing with you. She's playing with you. See? That's why the greatest thing you could do is what? Draw the illusion that, hey, you thought I was listening to you, but guess what? I'm not even listening to you. I'm just here. My body's here in the car, but guess what? My mind is elsewhere. See that? So I'm not even present. So that way the Leo feels, she's just going to keep yapping. And then you just realize, like, man, she's been talking about this situation for about an hour. I don't even know what she's talking about. Because, she just loves to hear herself talk. So let her talk herself out. See? Now, the red flags is the fact that she needs constant validation. She can't admit when she's wrong. See? She flirts publicly. That's why she cheats on you, because she can't help it. See? It could be a guy in traffic. Listen, a guy could be, I'm going to tell you how wild she could be. She could actually exchange numbers and F a guy that she met at a red light. I know you like, bro, yes, it ain't nothing stopping, bro. Nothing stops. Listen, it could be the man at the gas station that acts to pump the gas. That might be her rendezvous, sneaky link for the night. See? Now, you got to understand her opposite polarity. Aquarius. Detached. See? Doesn't feel like, I have nothing. I don't want to share anything. Hey, I'm going to just detach from it and act like nothing happened, right? Another thing, she hides her emotions. These are the red flags. She gets defensive fast, as I mentioned. Another thing is that she talks big, but then she acts small. See? So she talks a good game, but then at the same time, she acts like, oh, the smallest one in the room. See? Here's the thing, you guys. And why I need to spaz out on the freaking Leo is that she turns everything into drama. See? Because she avoids accountability. She turns everything into drama. See? And this is the thing. You have to know this. Because now the next time you're talking to a Leo, now you will see it. She can't never have a good day. It's always some shit. Listen, it could be a birthday celebration and she's gonna find something about it that was traumatic, drama induced. It's like, yeah, they were feeding everybody, and then they ended up like taking the cake from the break room, like they didn't want me to have none. It's like, bro, that is not what they were thinking. They have every right to take the cake. Maybe they didn't want it to get, it to get cold, or maybe it was too warm in the building. You don't know that. Like, you can't just assume. But she likes to suck you into those traumas of hers, on purpose as entertainment. Because a lot of times she might just laugh it off and think it's funny. And it's like she just wanted to laugh and just bring it to your attention so you both could laugh at it. But it really had no relevance to the situation or the topic or whatever may have happened. Now, another thing is why won't the Leo woman say how she feels? Because the very first one, pride. And the next thing, fear of rejection. She hates to be rejected. She can't handle it. She'll walk out. She'll quit a job if she gets rejected. Publicly, she'll walk out. Yep. Another thing, too, she's the type of woman that'll sleep with you on her break. Yep. How do I know? Because I've done it. After right in her office. Yep. Just let me stop. I'm not funny. You know what? I'm not funny, you guys, but hey, I did it though. After hours in her office. But hey, I know that nothing stops the Leo from getting their rocks off, man. You gotta, this is why you gotta watch it. Cause I'm gonna get to it, the nitty-gritty. Not only does she change the narrative, she changed her schedule. Oh my God. Oh my God, she changes her schedule? Yes. You thought she worked on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. Guess what? Not this time. And she will tell you, oh, I work on Monday. You know my damn schedule. I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm off, and it's like she's trying to condition you to that old schedule, because now she's off on that Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and guess what she's gonna be doing? Effing that other guy. And you're gonna think she's at work. Fire signs are treacherous to water signs. And when they listen, they will literally take you for a ride. When they cheat, they are some of the slickest cheaters there is. And it's so crazy that yes, work has like maybe 85% of to do with it. Because a lot of times when she cheat, it's around her job. The worst lie that I ever heard that my ex-wife told me was that they were having a business trip, and it was like a business vacation. I'm like, bro, you really think I'm that stupid? I said, well, hey, I'm gonna have me a vacation. I'm gonna go take me a vacation too. So I knew what she was doing, and hey, I went and cheated. Yep, sure did. Yep, I wasn't finna fall for that shit. Now another thing is, I'm gonna tell you how I found out too. I went into the kitchen area, and guess what I found in the little drawer? 2 plane tickets. And I said, "Oh, I thought you were going out of town with the job. Here's 2 plane tickets for you and the guy." I never told her I saw those tickets either. Nope. Why? Because I already knew I was done. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't let the Leo tell you how it went down, because she will have a lie for that. Well, those are not my tickets. That's for my dad and his fiance. You got to be careful. They would just lie to you. See? Now, another thing is that she waits for you to chase her. Yep. And then another thing is that she does all of this to what? Protect her ego. Yes. And the thing about it is, a Leo will rather act unbothered than what? To admit that they care. Pride. Pride. It screams out of one of those, what do they call it? Intercoms, or the little things that you just yell through. Listen, pride, okay? Don't forget it. Now, how does a Leo cheat? Now, I'm gonna tell you, how does a Leo cheat? How does she betray you? Okay, especially if they're immature. The very first one is she cheats through emotional attention, right? Elsewhere. Oh my God. Did you know that these guys don't even have to tell her much? All they got to do is be like, oh, I love your feet. Oh, the nice pedicure. Oh, where'd you get your toes done? You know, oh, I love feet. And she can't, listen, she loves compliments too much, because that alone will get you that'll get you laid. And you didn't even say much. All you said was, I like your feet. Oh, your feet are so cute. And next thing you know, she just literally eats it up, and just literally, it's almost, that's what I said. Leos are like cats, man. Soon as you say anything, a little compliment, they start purring. They start sitting up there cooking, what they call it, rolling dough, doing a little cat little thing on you, and just making muffins and shit. And it's like, next thing you know, you not already smashed her. Now it's like, oh, now you ready to pass her, because you like, damn, it was just that easy. Damn. But here's the thing, the Leo, that's what they wanted. They wanted a easy situation. They're not mad at you because you hit it and quit it, because she was going to do the same thing. You got to understand, like, the very thing that Leo put themselves into, they know how it all goes. They know what's in it, what's going to happen. They're not all hurt by, you know, hey, you decide to leave, because she doesn't respect anything that's soft. She doesn't. She won't like you if you're chivalrous, holding the door for her. You do any of that stuff, she is not going to like you. Problem is, she'll tell you, oh, you're so chivalrous. Yeah, I love that. Nope. See? Now, here's the thing, is that, why does she flirt with others when she cheats? She flirts with others for ego boost. See, that pays off all the times when, hey, she didn't get the attention she wanted. She had those new boots on. She didn't get no compliments. So when she goes around and flirts with other guys, guess what that does for her? It gives her an ego boost. See? And that pays off everything of what she wanted for the week and all those compliments that she was looking for. Because listen, she loves attention, man. She loves to feel like she's on stage. And here's the thing. Never forget this. She has secret admirers. Always. So could you imagine that? Oh, you thinking it's just you. It's never just you. No. She has secret admirers and people that are literally waiting for their turn. See? And listen, she has the guys that have agreed to the times to come over. Well, he leaves for work at 3, so you want to get here around 3:30. Okay, just in case. Because just in case he tries to come back to the house, I need to make sure he's at work. So you got to be here at 3:30. Problem is, these guys and these bastards on the other side, they're like, yeah, I'll be there at 3:30. I'll be there at 3:30. No problem. And guess what? As soon as you leave, she has schedules with these people. I'm talking about, she has this shit going down like a heist. She has this thing planned out really well that keeps her from getting caught. You won't find a trace. You won't find another man's underwear under your bed. You won't find no rubbers laying around. She does this clean, man. She's a freaking Wild beast, fam. And literally she knows exactly how to turn on the, honey, I'm here. How was work? And you don't know she's been in there doing all kind of shit the whole night. Telling you, man. And the thing about it is she has, oh my God, she uses revenge cheating. When she's mad at you, guess what she's gonna do? You think she's gonna bitch and moan about it to you? Nope. She's gonna cheat. Yep. She's gonna cheat. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. She's not even, listen, she might not even have the guy wear protection. So she might come to you with a hole full of yogurt. And you're gonna be down there thinking that, oh, it's always mine. It's always the way I want it. Not tonight. Because she would literally do that evil shit. I'm telling you, bro. She would do evil stuff like that just to crush you, just to make you feel small, and especially if it's something that you don't notice. Because listen, the whole thing is you can't trust her. You shouldn't even be doing any of the stuff that I mentioned because you can't trust her. She doesn't allow you to. Nope. And this another thing is that she hides messages. You know all those different tricks you can do with the iPhone, Android, how you can hide your messages. Snapchat is her favorite one. Oh, yeah. You know, exchanging the naked photos with other men. Yes. She's all into the Snapchats, tweeting, doing all kind of stuff in her phone, hiding messages in the Facebook, the DMs. See? It's what you can't see. Now, another thing is that she will blame you. So when you know she's cheating on you, she's going to blame you. When she's cheating on you, she's going to hide messages. When she's cheating on you, she's going to use revenge cheating. When she's cheating on you, she's going to have secret admirers. And also, she's going to flirt for an ego boost. And then she's going to use the emotional what? Attention elsewhere. See, that's where she's going to get it. Now, it's not always physical, just so you guys know. Oftentimes, she cheats for attention. I know a lot of y'all Leos in here are going to be mad at me for saying, I know you're going to call me all kind of, you probably want to throw a tomato at me right now, but I actually like tomatoes with a little salt, so I guess it won't be too bad. I'm not funny. I'm not even trying to be funny, you guys, but yeah, you know that the Leos, it's not always physical. You have to remember this. Oftentimes they cheat for attention, and that's it. Now do you look at a Leo in a different light? Now your third eye is activated and you're like, yo, I didn't even know this shit. See that? Now you know. Because what you don't know, it can hurt you. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to so I just told you guys the light side. See, I ain't even go off into the shadow side yet. Now, there are some very toxic behaviors of Leo, okay, especially when it comes to the shadow Leo towards a Pisces. Now, understand when we're dealing with the shadow side of a Leo, we're talking about someone that's unhealed, someone that's insecure and ego-driven. Now, when you put the ego plus the pride together, that gives you the stiffness. That's what we talked about. The refusing to apologize, needing to always be right. See, that's another thing that you're gonna have to deal with. They hate to be corrected. They take everything personally, like I said. But here's the thing: they will gaslight to protect their pride. So you can only imagine what that's like. They will blame Pisces for everything that goes wrong. Here's the trick. And this is man, super deadly right here. They will play the victim. And listen, when you think about it, they will say things like, "Oh, well, what did you expect me to do? You left me at home on the weekends when you were with your boys. You didn't come spend time with me. I was home alone. And then it's like when you think about it, you might start to believe them and say, well, damn, I wasn't home. But that still didn't give you the right. So you have to always know the facts. Now, another thing is that a Leo may try to act superior with you, around you, or just totally in regards to you, okay? So that can, like I say, you do not want her to take the lead. You never want a woman in general to take the lead. But if you get with her and she got more going on than you, beware of this, see? Because if she's the breadwinner, she's not going to respect you, period, going forward. Even if she says she loves you, you got kids together, she will not respect you. Another thing is that when it comes to the attention seeking, remember, she's always going to flirt for validation. She needs male attention constantly. See, she's just like the Aries woman. The Aries woman is the same way. The Cancer woman is the same way as well. They love the attention from a man, especially the Cancer woman. And a lot of times with Cancers, when they find a man, they stick to him for life because of that, for that very same reason. It's cold, guys. But yeah, another thing is that they will now here, this is evil, man. This is some evil shit right here. So with a Pisces, what a Leo would do is she would make a Pisces jealous on purpose. She would cheat on you just to do it. Don't even have to have a reason to do something like that. She'll just do it just because. See? She also competes with Pisces for the spotlight because she knows that Pisces has it. See? Because Pisces, you're like a magnet. You pull people towards you. And you do this without even wanting to. It just happens. And then Leo sees this and they're like, yo, you think you better than me? You think you got influence? You think you got something going? And then they just start just sabotaging, tearing shit up. They'll do something that's just crazy. They'll do something to like cause drama. They'll sleep with your friend, your best friend. Even if it didn't happen, she'll try to make it seem like it happened. See? Just to get you to question, oh man, is this my bro? Or hey, is he doing something behind my back? Or just to get the attention off of her and put it onto you and him. Have you two fighting over nothing. It could have been a friendship you guys had. Maybe you spent more time with that friend than her. She could do things evil like sell the cats. You guys had pets together. She could get rid of the pets. She could lie about it. Maybe she just let her grandmother hold them for a week. But she might tell you she sold them just to get you into an emotional state, playing with your emotions and just saying stuff like, yeah, I gave the cats away. Yeah, I realized that you love them more than me. You spend more time. You actually look happier with them. She'll do all that type of evil shit to where you'll be like, wait a minute, what? Like, why? And that's just to get your emotions and tension up on her. See, another thing too, she dresses to provoke reactions. She will wear the tight little skimpy skirt that she can't even fit anymore. She'll put on the fishnets to reveal everything on her body. And she does this for the reaction. She's the type of woman, you got friends over, you guys getting ready to match, you guys got the backwoods out, got your, about to roll up. She the type of woman that'll had on the little booty shorts and just walk right in the living room in front of your guys and then she'll try to smoke with them. She'll be like, she'll sit, I'm talking about, she'll sit, but at literally barely no clothes on, and be like, yeah, let me hit that. What's this? Then she'll cross her legs, and then she'll just be like, she'll be all chilling, and it's like, what are you doing? Go upstairs. She'll be the type of person that wants to answer the door when she knows it's your homeboy, especially if she knows you're in the bathroom. She's sneaky. She's very sneaky like that. She'll sneak and answer the door with barely anything on. She'll even let her boob pop out on purpose. And then she'll try to pretend like, oh, like she didn't know that was going to happen. Like, oh my God, oh, you. I kind of feel like Jenna at the Super Bowl. Like, yo, we got to see something that, oh, I wasn't really, I didn't really want you to see that. I hope you just pretend like you didn't see it. It's like little stuff like that. And it's like, bro, when she starts trolling like that, she's doing all that shit on purpose, bro. Another thing is that she likes, as I mentioned, she likes to interrupt conversations. You could be having a conversation on the phone with your grandmother that stays out of town, and she'll literally try to talk to you while you're talking to your grandmother. Like, I can't talk to all three of you. Listen, let me finish the conversation with my grandmother. But she's so freaking thirsty for attention that she doesn't let you like have your alone time with certain people or just people in general. Another thing is that she craves those constant compliments. Imagine someone that craves chocolate. They always got to have chocolate. Except these compliments are complimentary. She just has to have them. See? She just has to have them because she just likes to feel special and feel like, oh, she's the only one. That's important, you see, for her self-image. Now, another thing is that she will talk about other guys to trigger you, Pisces, on purpose. It's cold-blooded. And she likes to see if you will let her. That's the even more evil thing about it. She will talk about her guys, and she's waiting for you to cut her off. But if you don't, oh man, don't. That's the worst thing you could do, is sit there and listen to her and pillow talk and act like a little biatch with her. And she's like, yo, you're not as manly. You're not manly. You sit here and talk. Let me talk about my ex to you. See, you got to be careful, man, because you don't know when she's setting you up. You don't know when she's testing you. Because she could act like, oh, you guys just having a regular conversation, and nope. She doesn't tell you how she really feels. And she's going to test you to see how manly you are. Trust me. Now, another thing is that she, when it comes to emotional manipulation, she gives the silent treatment. She withholds affection to manipulate you emotionally. Let's say you get off of work. You guys know what I'm speaking on. You get off work, and first thing you want to do is unwind. You want to clap those cheeks, and then all of a sudden she tells you, oh, I've been at work all day. I don't feel like it. You're like, what? What are we married for then? She gives you that hot and cold behavior. See? Then what she does is she see, one thing about the Leo, why they're so addictive and why so many men love them, is because they give you the best attention. See? Because they know what attention feels like. It's like they have so much attention on them, they know how to give it. Here's the problem, is that they love bomb you and then they disappear. It's cold-blooded because they want you to chase them. So they do that. And listen, a Leo would do the very things that other women probably wouldn't do. Like, she'll probably rub your feet. She'll probably do like the stuff that you're like is the nastiest thing or considered something that's nasty. She'll do it. She'll do it. But here's the problem. You just gotta make sure she's just doing it with you, because she has a huge appetite for different flavors, if that makes sense. See? But the problem is she doesn't tell you what she likes. That's the problem. She doesn't tell you what other flavors that she loves. See? She might look at you and say, oh, I love butter pecan, but then she loves milk chocolate as well and vanilla. She's like, yo, I actually have a huge craving for something, vanilla today. And then, you don't know that's some man that she met at the post office or wherever. It's like, yo, it's not fair, because it's like you don't know what she's doing when she's doing it. But because I'm going to tell you, the problem is you can't trust her. You have to, I'm going to keep emphasizing that you can't trust a Leo woman. Like, even with my girl, I don't trust her 100%. I trust her probably like 35. But I'm going to go into another video about trust and how you should handle it and go about it anyway. because that could be considered an illusion as well. See? Now, another thing is that they want the Pisces to chase them. The best attention comes from a Pisces because of the empathy, and Leo tries to rob a Pisces forward, okay? Now, here's the thing. A Leo will also pretend not to care, but everything that I'm mentioning right now is related to the emotional manipulation that a Leo uses. Now, another thing too, they may cry to control you. Yes. You didn't know a Leo would cry? Yeah, Leos, they cry all the time. They cry easily. Don't take much to make a Leo cry. But the problem is it real or is it fake? Crocodile tears. See? Because she uses the crocodile tears to control you, Pisces. She knows that that's going to mess with your emotions, your empathy, or your heart. Like, oh, why is she crying? Oh, let me make her feel better. And, oh. And she might say things like, oh, you're mean, or, say little things to get you into a soft spot in order to what? To control you. Another thing she does is that she's never going to stop testing your loyalty to her, because she has to make sure that she still has you. See? Make sure she still has her reels in you. Make sure she still has a influence over you. Another thing is that she's the type, as I mentioned, she'll say that nothing's wrong. See, when something is, it's cold-blooded. Remember, she ghosts you when she says that nothing's wrong, and it's something, and when you know, okay, when something is, she's gonna ghost. See? So you will never be able to know if, oh, is that what it is? She wants to keep you on your toes. She wants to keep you guessing, not knowing things, okay? Now, she will punish you emotionally. Yes, when she's upset with you, she would do things that she know that she's gonna do things that she know that she shouldn't even be doing. She might talk to a guy that you probably don't want her talking to a little longer. She might be on the phone in the living room with somebody that she knows that you don't want her talking to, or that you feel is a bad influence on, with her. She'll continue to be friends with that person just to piss you off. Yep. She turns everything into a drama. Now, another thing is that the drama and the chaos is together here, okay? That's why I said it's like a war. Now, he or she, they will start arguments over small things. It could be dirty dishes in the sink. She's going to argue, I'm not doing the dishes tonight. Hell, I've been working all week, so you're going to do them. I'm not doing them. And it's like, you're going to do the dishes. They're easy to do. We have a dishwasher. You just rinse them out and put them in the damn thing. Well, I'm still not doing them. I'm not doing those dishes. And she's so freaking stubborn and literally bullheaded too. She won't do them, even if it's just a few. That's just how petty she could be, just over something small. See? And why am I saying this? Because she explodes fast. She's kind of like you grabbing a damn soda, shaking it, and then opening it. That's how she explodes. Another thing too, oftentimes when she explodes, she's really just overreacting to every damn thing. Yep. And when it comes to public embarrassment, she can't take it. See? So when the very thing that she can't take regarding this, she will dish it out. So she will embarrass you. Tactfully, yes. She would definitely tactfully embarrass you publicly. So you have to know this is a part of her dramas. This is a part of her chaos towards you, Pisces. Now, another thing she does when everybody knows this, whenever you come across someone that talks loud, 9 times out of 10, they're doing it to dominate you. See? They want you to feel intimidated by them. That's why they raise their voice. So Leo will do this. Now, another thing that he or she may do is threaten to leave you. Forget about abandonment. When it comes to a Leo, she will say, you know what? I'm done with you. It might always be the type of conversation that comes up or pops up when you guys are having a little bout about a situation. She may say, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm out of here. And she might leave and go hang out with her girls, or go to the bar with some guy because, oh, you pissed her off some way, somehow. But I'm here to tell you she pissed her own self off. She might, hell, she might actually piss on herself as well, but that's a different story. But yeah, another thing is that when she threatens to leave, what she's also doing is she's trying to break up for attention. Man, it's sick. Man, listen, it's sickening how this goes. Another thing that she's capable of is that she may turn friends against Pisces. And you know, Pisces, you may have some of the best of friends and the ones that you wouldn't want to lose. But if you have a Leo, she could cause beef between you and your friends in order to ruin your friendships with those people. Because one thing that she hides from you is jealousy. She might feel like, oh, you show them more attention, or you're much more calmer, peaceful. It could be anything that she feels that she's not getting from you. And she wants it. See? Now, understand with the pride, it blocks what? Vulnerability. See? And with this allows her to what? This allows her to not share her real feelings. Nope. She won't even express them. Nope. And see, this also allows her to what? Hide her hurt behind anger. See? So anytime you see a Leo that's angry, think about this. She's hurt somewhere, somehow. But she's using the anger as a what? As a shield. Now, another thing that she does is she pretends that she doesn't need Pisces. She may say that, oh, I do everything myself anyway. She might throw little jabs out like that. And then she could be the first one to push Pisces. She'd be the first one to push you away, Pisces. Another thing that she likes to do is she likes to refuse to have those deep talks with you, Pisces. She don't want to talk about nothing deep because then the truth will be exposed. Another thing is that she laughs at serious feelings that she has. Another thing is that she calls her Pisces too sensitive. So when you pick up on what she's doing, you're dealing with her ego. So her ego likes to what? Likes to take away your boundaries, Pisces, because she wants to walk all over you. And the one thing that she tries to rob you of is what? Your intuition. She likes to destroy it. And as you are in tune with what's going on and you bring it to the Leo's attention, she's not going to listen to it. She's going to tell you, she's going to use deflection. Deflection, when a person uses deflection, they are basically saying that the intuition is trash. They're going to laugh at you and say things like, yo, you're bugging, or hey, there you go again, thinking someone's doing something. Did I do it though? Did I do it to you? Did you see me? And he's like, no, because you're a crazy man. You know, they're going to gaslight you in such a way to make you feel like your intuition is worth nothing. See? Now, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because your intuition reveals so much and it exposes the truth when someone's hiding it. See? Because an illusion always outweighs a facade. Now, one thing with the Leo is that they shame vulnerability. See? They think that, oh, no one should ever have to go through such a thing or experience it. And they also mask the insecurity with what? Arrogance. See? So when you catch a Leo being arrogant, this is what you're really up against. You're really dealing with their insecurity. See? Now, the betrayal and the trust issues that come along with this is the lies. You will not be able to escape this. The lies is what protects their image, okay? Now, going back to the betrayal, how will a Leo betray a Pisces? They will delete messages in their phone. Yes. You will never be able to see the traces. Another thing they will do, they will cheat emotionally for attention. See? Not because you've done something, not because, oh, you know, you weren't home long enough, or no, it's because it's done intentional through emotions, okay? It's related to emotional cheating. Now, another thing is that they like to keep backups. Now, this is a problem. And sometimes they like to keep their exes in orbit, okay? So they may not truly be done with their ex. And yes, they have backups. So yeah, if you leave them, break up with them, guess what? They will always have a backup plan. They might end up being pregnant quicker than you thought. Maybe not with you, but hey, one of the backups may do the baby making for you. You know, if it's something that you were going to do and hey, they beat you to it. Another thing too is they may talk about Pisces behind their backs, okay, privately. So this would be considered the betrayal from a Leo, as well as they may share personal info publicly about you, the very things that you don't want to get out. And they can try to manipulate sympathy, see, from you. So as I mentioned, do not try to give them that sympathy, because all they're going to do is turn it around and try to control you with it and try to manipulate the sympathy that you give them for self-gain, okay? Now, another thing is that they leave when Pisces needs the support the most, okay, from them. So as soon as you start to need them, and maybe you not depend on them financially, but let's say you just for support, they will leave you. It's cold-blooded. So it's like when you want to up and up, if you get into a vulnerable spot, they will leave you. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you why does this hit Pisces so hard is because when it comes to a Pisces man, they love deeply, they may trust easily, they may give emotionally, forgive too much, empathize too fast, or just assume good intentions from the Leo. Because Pisces will think that, oh, I haven't seen you do anything bogus or, disloyal. And then a Pisces may assume that, oh, this person has good intentions. But it's because the Leo is playing ego games, okay? So those ego games, they feel like betrayal, but they're not just drama, okay? Don't get this mixed up. Now, understand when it comes to the fire energy, what does the fire energy represent here? It represents pride, okay? The water energy within a Pisces represents what? Feelings, see? So when pride ignores feelings, what does this lead to? The Pisces snapping, see? This is an automatic trigger. This combination equals chaos. Now, the real truth here is that a healthy Leo woman is actually loyal, protective, loving, generous, and basically a ride or die. And that's the one I got, okay? Didn't say it was didn't say the whole time it's been like that, but hey, I know for a fact the one I got now is like this, okay? Now, if it's an unhealed one, then it will be what? The Leo will be considered toxic, okay? Because you're dealing with someone that has unhealed pride. Now, just to put the disclaimer out that I'm not saying that all Leo women are evil. No, they're not. I'm just here, to discuss the fact of the unhealed and what they are and what they are known for. Okay, that makes sense out here. But not all Leo women are like this. Now, another thing too, when you apply the unhealed ego plus the insecurity, that's always going to add up to what? Toxic behavior. See? Because the ego is, and it's a huge difference between it. Now, here's another thing. A Leo woman, they're not evil. Let's go back to that. It's the only thing that happened. I'm gonna tell you what it leads to, okay? When their pride is wounded, the situation goes like this. When the Leo pride is wounded, they don't fight fear. That's the whole problem. See? And the problem with Pisces is they feel everything. So that's why the combo, it either becomes a whole connection or an emotional warfare. See, it either goes to either or. Now, another thing is that when it comes to the red flags, okay, a Pisces man might miss with the unhealed Leo woman, all right? Now, when it comes to the attention and the validation seeking, when it comes to this, understand that they may cheat. When we're basically discussing the whole cheating thing. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, dealing with the unhealed Leo woman. She needs constant compliments from other men. See, this will allow her, this is why she cheats. This is why she's wired to, messing up and a lot of times sabotaging the relationship. Now, another thing she does is she flirts as a joke. And this is what I'm saying. Like, when she does this, you're not even gonna know what she's doing and why. Another thing she does, she say, I'm just being friendly, but she says it too often. So you gotta pay attention to that as well. Another thing that she does is she likes to post thirst traps for validation. That's why a lot of times you catch her at Sexy Essentials shop buying all kind of lingerie. Another thing is that she keeps her exes around as friends. So you may hear about it. You may assume that, oh, that's her her friend that's the, considered the diddler. And that might actually be someone she's sleeping with. But she's basically trying to make it seem like, oh, well, he doesn't like women. So be careful of that. She likes to have male orbiters. So people that just like her, that, hey, she'll just keep them in orbit. It's like she'll keep them around, but she's never just, it's not that she's just always just speaking with you and you only, in other words. Also, she likes to tell you, who hit on her, as far as like, oh, someone tried to talk to her at the job or wherever it may be. She always needs that admiration because oftentimes she feels insecure with what? Without the outside praise. Now, another thing, be aware of the story shifting, okay? And the inconsistencies within it. Now, another thing with the story shifting, and this is in regards to her changing the narrative, is that the stories change slightly each time she tells it. Also, she will always say that you're overthinking things through deflection. And this is why she gets defensive very fast, okay? As soon as you say, oh, you did this or did that, she's going to get defensive fast. She's going to use the deflection as the next thing, okay? And she will tell you you're overthinking things, and that's to confuse you. Another thing is that she avoids direct answers. She's cold-blooded. She's like a freaking whiz at this with the deflection. Another thing is that she over-explains simple things. And that always detects a person, lying. It's like, yo, you can just say something in the simplest form. Why do you have to over-explain every little simple thing? Another thing is that she loves to delete messages, you guys. Don't forget this, to clear space in her phone. See? And another thing is that she uses her phone in the bathrooms. See? She's the type of person that keeps her phone in her bra and walks around and goes room to room, toilet to toilet. And she'll carry her phone everywhere. Even if she's like not dressed for the day, she'll have her phone on her at all times. That's another reason why you can't trust her, because the phone suddenly becomes private. See? And then another thing is that she hides her screen. You ever see a woman that has their phone and they don't let the front of their screen be shown? So it's like she's probably like this. When she has her phone in her bra, she's like this. She's like this, and you never see the front-facing screen of her phone. When she has it down on the table, it's never faced up like this. It's always like this. If she's in bed with her phone is always face down. Don't ignore this when you see this happening, especially if you're in a relationship with one. Phone being face down, oh, she doesn't want you to see who's calling when they call. Another thing is that she has new passwords on her phone. It's like you might have watched her do the little pattern thing on her phone, and now it's something different. And now it was 2, 4, 6, 8. Now it's zeros. Now it's something different. And she does this to keep herself from getting caught. See? Another thing is that she's going to gaslight you and say, oh, you're paranoid. Or, hey, and she'll do this when you ask normal questions. Because pride, she doesn't want you to communicate with her. In other words, in regard, she doesn't want you to say anything to her when she's doing this stuff. See? Another thing is that all of a sudden her schedule changes when she's cheating on you. She will have the random late nights. Oh, you think that she's hanging out with her friends from work or whoever her little, buddies are. Next thing you know, it's the random late nights that you got to pay attention to, because if you see this pattern, you know they're cheating. Another thing that they will do is have, oh, we're having a girls' night out. And that happens every week. That's not a girls' night out. But here's the tricky part. If she is having a girls' night out, guess what the other girls are doing with her? They're all getting a train ran on them. Yep. Because she's a type of female, she likes to share guys. Yep. So her and a buddy would be, let's say it's a Taurus female. If it's a Taurus female and a Leo female, oh, they both be the tag team partners of tag me in. Come on, it's my turn. And they'll be getting both of their asses flipped. And literally they'd be all for it, having a good old time, thinking it's funny and everything. Another thing that you will know that they're cheating is that they'll have vague plans. They ain't really telling you where they're going, why, what time. It's like very vague. See, it's done on purpose to prevent you from finding out. Another thing too, they can take hours to reply. You might have texted them on your break, your lunch break, and all of a sudden they don't get back to you until like later on that evening or later on that night. It's like, yo, I asked that question while I was on my break. Now you just now responding. Another thing, she can cancel plans at the last minute. Another thing is that she always can lie to you and tell you that, oh, she fell asleep, but she actually was online. And that's one of the main lies that she likes to use is, I fell asleep. Oh my God, I was asleep. Be careful, because she probably was getting some D. Another thing is that all of a sudden it could be hard to reach her suddenly. And you got to pay attention to that. You see how it's a lot of babysitting that goes on with this. And when you ask yourself, well, what am I going to do with a Leo, with such a person? Smash and pass them, bro. Just smash and pass. It's like smash and then, hey, just give somebody else a turn. That's the only thing you could do. I'm telling you. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get steamrolled. Now, another thing is that when it comes to always being busy, she tries to use this as well as an excuse. She always tries to say she's busy when you want time with her. See? Another thing is that she doesn't invite you places anymore. You wonder why you never get invited to, those little cookouts with the family and, all these different things that you see her plan with, with her family with or for. It's like, why am I not ever invited? Get it? Now, another thing is she avoids introducing you to certain friends. You have to watch this. Some of those friends might be tag team partners for the threesome that goes down every Saturday. See? It's cold-blooded. Another thing, too, she emotionally withdraws. And then this makes Pisces miss her, okay? You got to be careful. And how does she manipulate this? She gives you less affection. That's the first thing. She gives you less eye contact. All of a sudden, it's like you're invisible in the living room with her, even though you guys are in a relationship or a marriage. She gives you, put it like this, she slows down on the intimacy. She doesn't want to screw you anymore. Another thing, no Diddy, I'm saying it like she doesn't want to sleep with you, okay? Another thing is that she stops sharing her feelings with you. She'll start being distant with you, but then trying to say that it's stress related. See, another thing is that she becomes irritated by small things. She may oftentimes pick fights to create space. And also she could say things like, oh, you're too emotional, when you actually try to show gratitude, or maybe you're just trying to understand the situation better because it's not making sense. She could call you too emotional. She can make you feel needy. And hey, she may just stop saying she loves you. See, naturally. That's how you know she's on move. She's already emotionally withdrawn from the relationship regarding you. But she knows that you're going to try to, get that back. So that's why it is looked at as manipulation. Now understand that why would such a woman or man rely on their ego so much? It's because the ego protects the lies. It's cold-blooded. A person that operates out of their ego, they are protecting their lies. They're using the ego for protection. See? And it's not even that they are the mastermind of lying or lies itself. But here's the problem. Pride lies. See? Pride lies because, listen, there's no accountability there. There's no truth there. There's no reason to defend the truth when the person is just going to let the ego run its course. See? And here's the thing. The Leo lies to protect their image. They lie by not admitting their mistakes. They lie by pretending nothing is wrong. They lie to blame you first. They lie to play the victim. They lie to say, I would never do that. And they do that dramatically. See? They lie to gaslight you. They lie to minimize concerns that you have. They lie to make you doubt your intuition. And they lie to laugh off serious questions. So you see how the pride is at work? Hey, most of the time, 100% of the damn time, the ego is active in Leo. So I just told you guys, they lie consciously, unconsciously. It's all intentional. See? Because they're self-centered. And when it comes to the lying, you don't even realize they're lying. When you ask them, is everything okay? Everything I just mentioned is the lies that the pride tells. See? To avoid the truth. To avoid telling you the truth. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any questions. There wouldn't even be any, you won't even need to know any truths of what's going on. But the lies are there to keep her from expressing the truth and you knowing it. And here's the thing. This is all classic manipulation. Leo uses the classic manipulation to what? Love bomb after distancing themselves from you. They also manipulate by buying you gifts after acting shady. Oh, yeah. But you think that they're being generous. Nope. Those are gifts of guilt. When she knows that she's been cutting up, oh yeah, she'll go buy you a pair of Jordans. You think that you got them because she really likes you. Nope. See? Because it's the facade. The facade wants you to fall for something. See? Wants you to fall for a lie. Another thing is she manipulates you by suddenly being extra sweet towards you. Cold-blooded. But why is it so addictive to where the person can't resist it? It's cold-blooded. See? A lot of men fall for it because, I'm telling you, when the Leo treats you very well, any man would be like, damn, that's the best. But here's the problem. She knows how to turn on and turn off the switch. And see, she will use tears to manipulate you. She will use comparisons to other men. She might even say another man has a bigger wang than you. Or she might say, she's had it bigger. Just to make you feel stupid or make you feel like inadequate. You gotta be careful with Leo, the unhealed one. Now, another thing she could do is to test jealousy with you. See, she'll mention those guys just to see if you're the jealous type. Another thing, she will keep secrets for privacy. She likes to twist the facts. And also, she likes to make you feel guilty for trusting your gut feeling. She comes for your intuition in battle. She tries to make you guilty for trusting your gut, Pisces. This is someone that's this is the type of person that wants to take your power away. because they know it's powerful. But they don't want you to know, because that very thing of what works for you, it actually exposes them. See? Now, why does a Pisces miss these signs? Is because Pisces trusts first. See? You can't trust Leo. Get it out of your head. You can't. How many men have Jennifer Lopez? How many men have she slept with? And no matter how many new men that she marry, her reputation is shot. She's a hoe. But so many people, even Diddy smashed that. And so many people think, oh, they meet her, they probably think, oh, she's the next best thing. Nope. She's been around. She's been passed around. She don't give a damn. She don't give a damn how people feel about that. It's her show. And if she wants it to be a shit show, then hey, that's what she wants, right? Another thing is that a Pisces, like I say, Pisces misses these signs because they trust first. They empathize. That's the problem. You empathizing with the wrong one. You can't. With Leo, another thing, you assume good intentions from the Leo. She is not how you met her. You met her in the grocery store, you met her at church, you met her wherever. No. Don't assume that, oh, she's a goody two-shoes. No. See? Because it's what you can't see. She's just showing you the facade. Another thing, she hates confrontation. See? The Pisces hates confrontation. So that's why that a Pisces may miss the signs. Another thing with the Pisces, he or she explains away red flags. So Pisces, you have to be, and you cannot question it. When you see a red flag with the Leo, trust it. Do not ignore it. Don't try to explain it and try to make sense of it. No. Another thing with Pisces is why they miss these signs is that they listen to words instead of energy. Another thing is that Leo unhealed uses charm, believe it or not. They also use confidence, they use pride, and they use theatrics. See? So Pisces hears, oh, I promise nothing's wrong, love, my love, my love. A Pisces hears this from a Leo, but then the intuition whispers, oh, something feels off, because it is. Pisces, you better off trusting your intuition than the Leo. In this scenario. See, in this combination, do not trust the Leo. I'm telling you, don't trust the Leo. But what does Pisces do? Oftentimes, they ignore it. And you wonder why nothing never feels right while you're with that Leo. Because it's not. And that's your intuition telling you so, but you end up trusting the Leo and listening to what he or she has to say over your intuition. See? The real power move for Pisces here is not to what? Don't focus on the whole Leo cheating secretly and all that. Don't focus on that. But what you need to focus on is, how do I trust my intuition faster in regards? Because this is a situation. Pisces intuition is scary accurate. And the Leo knows that. Because for everything that you catch her doing that you didn't see her do, oh, she's scared. How did you know I was doing that? So then what does she do? She cusses your intuition out. Oh, how dare you come in here and you knew I was in here with your dad? You know what? What if you're listening to that shit that you're doing inside, you need to turn that shit off. Yeah, she's going to try to come after it because she know that it's working. It's exposing her. It's bringing you the truth regarding her. And she don't like it. Nope. And here's the thing. If something feels weird with that Leo, Pisces, it's because it is. Don't second guess it. Don't not second guess it. Now here's the thing. How does the Leo woman, how does she the unhealed one, how does she manipulate it? Okay. First off, it's the red flags. Now when you look at the red flags, apply that to the different scenarios, okay? Because what it looks like in real life is going to shock you. Now, the thing about it, think of this. You got the ego here with Leo, both male and female. You got the ego, you got pride, you got attention, and then you got control through emotions. So it doesn't mean that the Leo is the mastermind evil one. That's not what I'm saying. It's when it comes to the whole theoretical pride driven emotional control tactics, this is what I'm going to break down to you guys. The attention control manipulation of what I mentioned, it works like this. They will flirt in front of you just to make you jealous. See? But then they'll say things like, oh, relax, it's just a joke. It's cold-blooded. See? Another thing remember I said the thirst traps. They use the thirst traps and they post them. See? They might have something that's revealing on. But it's when you guys argue. See? And then all of a sudden they're doing that because they want validation elsewhere. It's cold-blooded. Another thing is that I'm going to tell you why they need those constant compliments. It's because they get cold if you don't praise them. See? Another thing is that they may talk about other guys liking them. And they do this to make you feel like, oh, you know, at the same time, I still chose you though. You see? So it's like a double, it's like they will do something, but then they're trying to manipulate you into thinking that, oh, that they're doing nothing wrong. It's like, yo, they'll test the loyalty constantly. They send these arsenals of different shit at you just to get you mad. And then all of a sudden, it's to basically, they want to control you 100%. To really send you over, see? Burn you out. To let her have her way with you. And yeah, if she withholds affection, it is done to punish you. See? Because, oh, you're not giving her the attention that she desires. Now, another thing is the fact that she will use the emotional guilt tactics. She cries to win arguments. She says, oh, you don't love me. You may hear this often. You may hear this all the time. And she does this, oh, you don't love me. She does this when you start setting boundaries. It's cold-blooded because she doesn't want you to have any, Pisces. Another thing, she plays victim every time. See? So you guys you wonder why you are the victim, Pisces, but she tries to play the victim every time. Another thing is she makes you feel selfish for needing space. You might just want to be in your man cave. You might just want to be alone and recharge. She's going to always divert it and deflect it and try to make it seem like, oh, you're selfish for wanting to be in your little man cave and doing your own little thing without her. Another thing is she turns your concerns into attacks on her. See, anytime you question something, she's going to take it as an attack. Another thing, that's to avoid accountability. She says everything's fine. Then to scare you, she'll do that. Like she might actually pack her things up, but hey, she might be going to a girl's house for the night. That's what she'll tell you. But then she'll have that as a scapegoat to go by some guy's house. Another thing, she brings up your old mistakes to control you. She might say, oh, you didn't come home on time the last time, and so now you gotta, it's like she just wants to control you because that keeps you from questioning her. You know, if she has full control over you, then it's like, oh, you will never question her because it's almost like, oh, she's in control. Another thing is she likes to make everything about her and how she feels regarding her pain. So what happens here is Pisces' weakness here is the thing that you empathize too much with Leo. And you can't do that. You can't. Now, the pride and ego is used as manipulation with Leo as well. So as we mentioned, they're not going to have any accountability. You're going to get blamed. They're never going to apologize. The gaslighting is always like, oh, that never happened. See, they hate being wrong. They lie to look perfect in front of you and others. They like to make you feel dumb for questioning them. They like to pretend that everything is fine when it's not. They punish you when you bruise their ego. So what does this mean? Leo's pride is huge. Yes. See, now the time and access control of all of this is the fact that they will disappear randomly. They will reply late on purpose. You know, they like to keep you guessing. She may say things like, oh, I'm busy, but then like you would notice that she's online, like I mentioned earlier. A lot of times she won't invite you to the places that she likes to go to. And you will wonder why she likes to hide certain friends from you. See, you wonder why you can't, when she hangs out with Josephine, you can't, you know, you're not invited. It's for a reason. She's hiding something from you. Another thing is that all of a sudden she will keep her phones to, you know, privately to herself. Maybe she might have a phone in the car, the glove box. It's like all these little things are done on purpose, and she knows to give just enough attention to keep you hooked. See? Now, another thing, if you want clarity, she could try to make you feel like you're being clingy. So the whole thing here is that how she gets you, Pisces, is that she may say, oh, maybe, you know, she wants to get you into a state of doubt to where you start to think that you're overthinking things when you know the truth. See, your intuition will always show you the truth. But then what the Leo tries to influence here is that, oh, Pisces, you're overthinking everything. But nope, because Pisces, what? Pisces sees the pattern. See? So you have to go by that. Now, the psychological control that happens here is that Leo will love bomb you after fighting. So how this looks is that you might sleep together after you guys, you know, have a bout, and then all of a sudden, that's to keep you hooked. See, you might think that it's over. Then it's not over. Another thing is she may be super sweet only when she wants something from you. That's another thing to watch out for. She might want you to buy that dress for her birthday, but hey, baby, she's been shady and giving you a hard time. She knows her birthday is in like a week. All of a sudden, she's all lovey-dovey and all romantic, and maybe she starts to listen to you, but only because she wants that new dress. See, those new shoes or whatever, those little heels, those little those 6-inch heels. Maybe it's the 6-inch heels that she wants. She wants to stir you up so she can get those from you, get you to buy them. Another thing is, she says you're insecure when you're intuitive. See, so she really could try to put you down. Remember, I said she has no respect for softness, the soft side of Pisces. Another thing is she tells half the full truth of it all. She makes you memory off. Another thing she does is she likes to keep you off balance. So that's done on purpose. Another thing, she projects her behavior onto you. Everything that she does, she tries to make it seem like you're doing it. So another thing is that to sum all this up into 2 words, hot and cold energy. See, and that's hot and cold energy is what you're dealing with Leo. Now, when it comes to what hits Pisces the hardest in specifics regarding this manipulation coming from Leo is the fact that Leo will use your empathy, Pisces, against you. That's the problem. See, and says that oh, only you understand me, and that's what hooks you, and that is considered a tactic. See, and also they trauma bond you. See, so that's why you may feel that they oftentimes trauma dump on you, dump all kind of crazy traumatic stories and information onto you to clutter up your clarity, to clutter your mind up, to keep you confused, useless, to drain you. See, and make you feel responsible for her happiness altogether. So another thing she does is she pretends that she's helpless so that you can rescue her. See, she may also play the whole damsel in distress, you know, so that you start to overgive. See how she manipulates? That's what I'm saying. Like with Pisces is like, a Leo can really do you dirty, Pisces, if you're not on your toes, man. You got to be on point with Leo, because Leo is not playing, fam. She's playing for keeps, and she's trying to like literally be totally in dominance over you, okay? If that makes sense. Now, another thing is that she knows that you forgive easily. She knows all your quirks of like how you are as a person. She knows that, oh, she could count on you loving her deeper than she does does you. See, another thing is that she knows you hate confrontation, but that's why I said don't let her run the show, because if she gets whiff that, oh, you're afraid, or hey, you don't like to do a certain thing, she's gonna use it against you. See, she also likes to take more than she gives. Another thing she likes to do is another thing. So when we look at this all in a nutshell, here's the whole situation. She knows Pisces will love her unconditionally, and that's the problem. Because even when she does all this, and I'm basically referring to the unhealed one, she knows this alone about Pisces, that a Pisces loves unconditionally to the point where the Leo loves it. See, they love the whole conditional admiration. This is just, that's why I said it's evil as hell. It's like the most evil, like, put it like this. Once you realize this, you're going to be like, yo, this is so freaking crazy and nuts regarding the Leo and Pisces. Now, the truth most Pisces miss as well is that Leo's manipulation isn't sneaky. See, it's not sneaky. No, it's not the sneaky mastermind type of evil that we're talking about here. See, it's the whole emotional theater. See, the emotional theater is basically connected to the pride, the attention. Is because that's what the Leo is hungry for. See, so when you look at the whole pride, the attention is all connected to their emotional theater. See, that's why it's very loud. That's why it's very dramatic, and it's very ego based. So it's like you're watching a film when you are dealing with them. See, and it makes it easy, and this makes it easier to spot. See. And the problem is that you have to trust your intuition. You have to, because if you don't, you're going to miss something. And that's why, to sum up the whole Leo compatibility with Pisces, is that you have to watch them, Pisces, whether you want to or not, because you are in their theater. And if you don't watch them, guess what? You're going to miss something. Yep, you're going to miss something. When they lied, and hey, because no one's going to tell you how to, hey, no one sitting next to you is going to tell you what happened in the movie. You should have seen it, Pisces. You should have seen it, but you missed it. You missed something. So you got to be watchful. You have to observe them, because you can't trust them. And here's the thing. Pisces protection cheat code in itself, when dating a Leo, you have to ask yourself, I'm going to tell you, do the actions of the Leo match their words? See, do I feel calm or do I feel confused? See, the next one, am I giving more than receiving? Do I feel drained or empowered? And if the answer is the fact that you feel drained, guess what? You're being manipulated by that Leo. And that's the simple and plain thing that's happening. See? Because if you feel everything that I just said is to protect you from the Leo. See? And if any of those questions that I said to ask yourself, if you feel drained, you, my friend, are under manipulation. It is as simple as that. And here's the thing. Pisces intuition is scary accurate. Remember I said that. You just override it with compassion. It's cold-blooded. You cannot override the intuition with compassion. You can't. It will work against you. See? And here's the thing. Now, when it comes to the energy, see, the energy low key. When the energy is right, Pisces is the one that Leo cannot read. See, and this is what melts the Leo. It's not the manipulation. It's more like the mystique, emotional depth tied with the psychological and X-ray vision of the Pisces. I'm going to tell you why. Because one thing that the Leo falls for with Pisces is the illusion. I'm going to tell you why. Because Leo is ruled by the sun, okay? The sun is what represents visibility, loud, and obvious. What's obvious? Because you can see it, right? So if you can see it, why do you miss it? Because you want to what? You want to save that person. You want to show compassion anyway, even though you know it's very obvious what they're doing, right? And what does Pisces represent? It's ruled by Neptune. Neptune is what? Considered the mystery, the fog, the dreams, right? So, did you know that the sun cannot see through the fog anyway? That's the whole dynamic right there. See? So that means the Leo can't read you, Pisces. Anyway, it's cold-blooded. Now, I'm gonna give you the ways that the Leo falls for Pisces energy. This is why you find yourself being the Pisces, dating a Leo, to begin with. It's because of the mystery trap. Leos are drawn to the mystery. They are drawn to what they can't see, what they can't read. See? And here's the thing. Pisces doesn't overshare, and then all of a sudden Leos, they get curious. Remember, curiosity killed the cat. And see, you stay calm, Pisces, and then Leo can't read you. See, when you don't chase a Leo, what do? They end up chasing you, Pisces. And see, you disappear into your own world, Pisces. And then all of a sudden, the Leo wants an invitation. See? And also, Pisces, your silence feels powerful, not needy. See? So what does this do? Leo thinks that, oh, why can't I figure them out? See? And now they're hooked. Remember I said the empathy should not be freely given to anyone at any time. So when you hold on to it, everybody's willing to do anything for it. See? So the Leo is instantly hooked to the Pisces anyway. See? This is why you draw each other. This is why that Leo keeps coming for you, Pisces. And see, the emotional depth. Pisces understands the Leo without words. See, you can see the insecurities that the Leo hide. Also, you can what? You comfort without judgment. You validate their inner child, and you listen deeper than anyone else. And this is why the Leo rarely feels seen, only admired by Pisces. Because Pisces what? Pisces sees their soul, see? And game over after that. And remember I said you do not need to know the person. All you got to do is know their soul. It's what you can't see anyway that matters. See that? That's the real them. Now, when it comes to the soft power, a soft power that Pisces holds on to is the fact that you don't compete with them. And that's the best thing you could do, Pisces. Don't compete with the Leo, because the ball would be in their court. You don't compete with them. You don't try to dominate Pisces. See, you don't. You stay gentle the whole time. You don't need attention like Leo does. You're emotionally self-contained. See, and Leo feels like, yo, why don't they read me? But now the Leo wants more. See, that's why I said they become addicted to you, Pisces, because of that soft power. So that means you don't change for the Leo. You just don't overgive it. You don't overdo it. See, you have to have balance. You have to do things in what? In a process. You don't give it all at once. You have to have boundaries for the Leo to respect you. Cold-blooded. See, because it's what you can't see. And here's the thing. The spiritual intuitive pull that it has is that you protect their, listen, you predict their moods. You know how that Leo's feeling. So you don't even have to ask. Because they ain't going to tell you anyway. Cold-blooded. I'm the master. Listen, man, I'm the master at this shit. I know what I'm talking about. Listen, you predict their moods, so you don't have to ask the Leo, how are you feeling today? See? You sense the lies instantly. Because it's what you can't see anyway. Doesn't matter what they said, you already seen it. See? You sense it. Before it even comes out that person's mouth, you know they're lying. Another thing, you finish their sentences before they even finish them. This is all a part of the intuition. You mirror their energy and you feel. Listen, when you are dealing with the Leo, you feel fated to them, okay? You feel like, yo, I have to really look out for you because you ain't looking out for yourself. And you, listen, everything you tell Leo, hey, you probably shouldn't be hanging around these people because they're going to be your downfall. They're going to bring you to your downfall. 9 times out of 10, it ends up happening like that. So to a Leo, how does this all feel? This situation between Pisces and Leo, it feels magical. It feels like destiny and it feels like soulmate energy. See that? But really, it's the Pisces intuition the whole time. Now, the flip side, how does the Pisces shatter a Leo's illusions? Remember I said an illusion always outweighs a facade. So this is not about revenge. This is about the whole reality check energy. So the Leo's illusion is this. I'm the center of attention. See, I'm always right. I'm untouchable. I control this relationship. But here's the truth. With a Pisces, they're quietly saying, nah, no, you're not. You're none of that without even trying. We put belt to ass with Leo all day. We ain't even got to say nothing. All we got to do is be present because it's in our aura. See that? Here's another thing is the fact that how does Pisces break a Leo's ego? How do we shatter it? Both male or female. It's through emotional detachment. Because you stop reacting, you stop chasing them, you go silent, you focus on yourself, you emotionally withdraw from the situation. So by you just being present, you're already what? You're already getting all the attention because you're not saying anything. You're being silent. So that requires the intuition to work at its best. So the Leo hates losing attention. See? So that hurts more than what? Yelling. And you're doing this silently. You're crushing the Leo's ego in silence. You didn't even have to say a damn thing. See? So the true vision here is that you calmly call out the lies. You see through the fake confidence. The illusion always outweighs a facade. You see through the fake confidence. You notice their insecurities. You don't fall for the charm. You don't feed their ego. What does this do for the Leo? They end up questioning themselves. Why aren't they impressed by me? See? Because Pisces sees behind the mask. See, you're only fooling the people that fall for your mask on stage. I know the real you. See? And I don't have to say a damn thing when I know that. See that? So the walking away energy is like this. You forgive, then detach. See? You don't beg. Pisces, you don't beg. No. You don't fight for control. You simply leave. See? And that's the biggest fear of the Leo. You disappear peacefully. The Leo expects drama. See, they expect you to get into some type of argument with them. But Pisces gives the silence, and the silence destroys their pride. Nothing survives with the silence. Nothing. Pride gets shattered, destroyed in silence from a Pisces. And here's the thing. The mirror technique is on 10 because you reflect their behavior back at them without even trying. You stay calm while they explode. You show compassion instead of fear. You expose hypocrisy gently, and you outgrow them. No one likes to feel left behind, but here's the thing. Nothing hurts a Leo more than feeling replaced, than feeling replaceable. Only to know that you can always be replaced, Leo, and that's their biggest nightmare. Because they think they're better than most people. They think they're better than people. That's a harsh reality, a harsh pill to swallow when, hey, you can be replaced. See, notice I said they hate feeling replaceable. It's cold-blooded. You make them, see, you make them feel their emotions. You make them go to the very truths that they don't want to bear or express or see within themselves, because the mask, it can't survive around a Pisces. You will always end their cycle. It would never repeat itself. See that? Because everything is about the show. Everything is about the entertainment. With the Leo steps on stage, and the first thing that they are showing the world is their ego, their mask. It's cold-blooded. See, and the thing about it, Pisces moves on like water, like nothing happened. And then you know what happens with Leo? Leo feels abandoned by it. How can Pisces just move on like water? And Leo feels, oh my God, they left me, abandoned. But I thought you was the star on stage. Because without that mask, Leo, you ain't shit. Cold-blooded. The core truth here is that Leo's power requires attention. The more attention they get, the more powerful they feel. Pisces power is a mystery. You don't know what fuels a Pisces. Leo needs to be seen. Pisces doesn't need anything. The one who needs less always holds more power. See? That's why Leos fall first, flat on their freaking face in regards to Pisces. And why? Because Pisces breaks the illusion without even trying. Don't listen, Leo. Stay with the Sagittarius. Don't come on the ocean floor playing and shit. Don't. See? Another thing is that Pisces' secret weapon here is not manipulation, it's awareness. See, when you stay quiet, trust your intuition, don't over-explain, don't chase, don't beg, people reveal themselves. See? So that means that the Leo is included. The batteries are included. And here's the thing, real talk, I'm going to do this, and this is heart to heart. A healthy Leo only belongs to a healthy Pisces. See? And it would be the most beautiful relationship. But both need to be healthy for it to work. Because then you'll have the loyalty, you'll have the passion, you'll have the creativity. And what does this mean? This means you guys will be what? A power couple. In regards to it, the energy behind you two. But if it's an unhealed Leo plus an empathic Pisces, what is this going to turn into? It's going to turn into drama, ego wars, and exhaustion. See? So the key isn't to beat the Leo. It's the fact that don't lose yourself trying to love them. If you don't understand anything that I said thus far, don't lose yourself trying to love a Leo. See? Now, The bonus content of what I was going to talk about is alchemy, okay? What does alchemy mean for Pisces? Now, the real definition of alchemy is turning base metal into gold, okay? And that's not what I'm talking about. Because a Pisces version of alchemy is turning emotional experiences into power. See that? Now, you don't block pain as a Pisces. You absorb, then you process, then you transmute, and then you evolve. See that? That's Neptune energy. So other signs, they react. That's the difference. But Pisces dissolves and then reforms. See, like water. So why are Pisces why are they naturally alchemists in the first place? Okay, it's because Pisces rules what? The subconscious, dreams, karma, endings, spiritual rebirth, emotional intelligence, the 12th house. This is all into what? This is all into the hidden realms of what you can't see. That's why I keep saying this over and over. It's what you can't see. So when life hits you, you don't break. What do? You metabolize it. See that? So it's like, oh, okay. What did this teach me? Other signs, why me? Why me? Why is this happening to me? But with Pisces, is more like, what is this trying to show me? See, it's a big difference. So how to use the Pisces alchemy correctly here? Because if you don't use it consciously, you will drown. So if you use it right, then you begin to ascend. And what you want to do is you want to journal your emotions. You want to sit alone to process things. You want to trust your intuition. You want to cut the energy cords to what no longer serves you. You want to turn pain into art, music, and work. You want to learn lessons fast. You want to detach quickly. You want to forgive without forgetting. You want to protect your energy, and you want to move silently. And what you don't want to do is overgive. You don't want to rescue everyone because you can't. You don't want to absorb other people's problems. You don't want to stay in toxic spaces, and you don't want to ignore red flags or self-sacrifice, because alchemy isn't suffering, okay? It's transformation. And that's what you and Scorpio have in common, is that Scorpio has transformation, and Pisces, you have alchemy. See? And they both do the same thing. It's sort of similar, but like I say, only if you use it correctly. Now, what can Pisces alchemize? Pisces can alchemize betrayal and turn it into intuition. Cold-blooded. See, you messing with a chemist here. You messing with somebody this is why I said stop playing with Pisces. Because even if you dealing with a full-fledged egotistical asshole of a Leo, it still ain't enough. They still gonna drown. You just have to be spiritually awakened, Pisces. See, Pisces can turn betrayal into intuition through alchemy. A Pisces can turn heartbreak into wisdom. A Pisces can turn loneliness into creativity. A Pisces can turn enemies into a strategy. See, Pisces can turn a trauma or traumas into empathy. Pisces can turn sadness into art. Pisces can turn chaos into a calm. Pisces can turn lies into truth reading. Pisces can turn fear into faith. And Pisces can turn endings into rebirth. See this? So other signs, what do? Anybody that's not a Pisces, they end up getting stuck somewhere, somehow, right? Well, what does Pisces do? Pisces upgrades. See that? It's transformational. See that? So the different alchemy scenarios that one may face when it comes to pain. See, pain could be used as power. Pain is power. Pain motivates. Pain is drive. See, you have to feel pain to get gains. When you lift weights, you have to feel pain. The body must break down to become better, right? So you could get cheated on, and guess what? Through alchemy, you can transform that. You can get cheated on, and guess what? You could become emotionally smarter. Oh my God. It's cold-blooded. See? What might look bad might actually be good at the same damn time. But Pisces can do it, yeah. Another thing, you could turn a betrayal into sharper intuition. Because now you know what not to do because you saw the lesson, see, in the ending, in the new beginning. Another thing is if a friend lies to you, guess what? It'll allow you to read people better. See, if you go through a heartbreak, guess what? It could turn into the gym glow up. Cold-blooded. Now everybody wants you. At first you just had one person, now everybody wants you now. See, because of the glow up. See that? Another thing, when you get rejected, that could turn into self-love. You could get fired on a job, now you start your own business. Ooh. I can attest to that. See, I'm telling you guys, like, listen, a Pisces can alchemize being isolated and turn that into being discovered by their talents. It's cold-blooded. See, a Pisces can alchemize being bullied and then all of a sudden have stronger boundaries. See that? A Pisces can be misunderstood and then they could turn that into becoming independent. A Pisces could be ghosted and they could turn that into detaching easier from situations or connections regarding people or friendships. A Pisces can turn being used into learning to say no. See, a Pisces can turn being drained into mastering the energy for protection. Also, a Pisces could get scammed and they could turn that into being more wiser with money. See, a Pisces can alchemize being lied to and turn that into seeing patterns faster. A Pisces can alchemize loss and turn it into a spiritual awakening. A Pisces can alchemize family traumas and turn that into empathy. A Pisces can alchemize depression and turn it into creativity. A Pisces can alchemize anger into motivation. A Pisces can alchemize anxiety and turn it into awareness. And Pisces can alchemize chaos and turn it into a calm leadership. See, they could turn into calm leadership. So they know they could take one thing and change it. See, where other people will spiral out, but Pisces adapts. See that? The power in Pisces adapting to any situation. See, very quickly too. Doesn't take long for this to happen. Now, socially, a Pisces can alchemize the enemy or being the enemy. All of a sudden, they could be the enemy and then be the observer. They could have they could turn the drama into silence. They could go from gossip to distancing themselves. They could go from the fake friend to the intuitive upgrade, the intuition upgrade for everyone, for themselves. They could go from the conflict to a strategy. They can go from the insults to the indifferences. They could go from jealousy to confidence. See, they can go from the loud people to reading them. They could go from competition to self-focus. They could go from the toxic ex to the whole no contact. See, they can go from chaos to meditation, group politics to staying neutral. They could go from rejection to freedom. They could go from backstabbing to detaching from a situation, anger to patience, pressure to spiritual strength. So many different ways. That's why I said you can't play with Pisces, because why? Pisces doesn't fight. See, they flow around obstacles. See that? And that's very dangerous, especially if you don't know they're doing that. Now, spiritually, a Pisces can alchemize dreams into guidance, gut feelings to protection, silence to clarity, alone time to recharge, water to reset, prayer for focus, nature to grounding, meditation to intuition, loss to destiny shifting, betrayals to karmic lessons, loneliness to what? Self-mastery. That's what, and I tell people that when you think you are lonely, whenever you feel weak, you're actually strong. See? Another thing, a Pisces can alchemize spiritually, darkness to an inner light. See, it could go from confusion to the insight. You could start off being confused. Next you know, boom, you end up getting the insight in that confusion. See that? Another thing, turning fear into faith, turning confusion into insight, turning, reaching rock bottom to transformation, turning pain into compassion, turning life into wisdom. So why other signs, why do other signs don't see it coming? It's because Pisces doesn't react loudly. See, we don't argue, we don't threaten, we don't chase, we don't prove ourselves. We just go quiet. And what this does is it allows us to observe, learn, evolve, disappear, and the level up comes. See? So people think, oh, we're weak, but that's a lie, because then 6 months later, what happens? The Pisces glow up happens. The new life, rebirth, new energy, and then we become untouchable. See? That's alchemy. So I just broke it down for y'all. Now, one quote that I like to go with for Pisces to sum up everything in a nutshell is the fact that other signs, they break when life hits them, okay? But Pisces turns pain into power. That's why we always come back stronger. That's why we always bounce back. So never forget that. And like I say, we're going to continue this tomorrow, you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Become a member if you haven't. Thanks for watching. I love y'all. Catch y'all next one. Peace out.